properties. But
It's impossible.
but see that I'm trying to be I'm trying to just be fair in just saying, like, if we're going by this list on the dates, then Generation X has an asterisk next to it because it does not apply globally. Generation X is literally America, and that's
Or
something.
at least the stereotypes of Generation
X
X
is would,
only
yes,
apply to America.
only America. So if that's the case, at that time, I was born in 1977. When I came into America poor. All of the trends that was going on in America, from hip hop, gangster rap, 80s, all that, it doesn't apply to me because I was raised in a Rastafarian home where I was listening to, um, you know, redemption song from Bob Marley and stuff like that, and all I really did was just, I don't know. What the hell was I doing? Playing toys like any normal kid before any of this generational crap was going on. Like I was just grew up like a normal kid. Went to school, came home, played toys with my brothers and stuff like. I was in a closed bubble environment. So there is no Generation Z with me because I didn't engage in the United States culture. I lived in the Bronx, in New York City, in the Jamaican area. So that's why I said then I'm not a part of any of these four generations. I guess
Well,
if
to be fair, I feel like living in the Bronx in New York, a lot of people could consider like peak of like American culture at that time because like New York's
no,
kind of the heart of America.
no, Manhattan, Brooklyn. Okay, you got to talk about those areas that had, but the
Okay.
areas that I was in, especially in the Bronx, it could just be said, well, Travelers, you were still in Jamaica, because I lived in a
Oh,
Jamaican area of it. So this is what I'm trying to say. So there would have to be there would have to be another name for my generation that I'm in, and I guess I would have to make my generation um exiles. It simply means disconnected from the world, or the evolving world. So I would be an exile.
yeah.
So X. Anyways, go on.
Well, well,
I
it'd
mean,
be EX.
Gen X, if anything, like this, the way the millennials were like the whole thing was internet, like the global internet, like becoming a thing. Gen X was kind of the global economy. Like that's when every country kind of standardized in terms of global trade and stuff. So that was kind of like that was like the peak of like what made Wall Street, and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
That was the real like international happenings of that time.
So no, what I really want to do is I want to have a conversation. I guess, like, I'm going through. It's not mental whatever, because I don't want people thinking I'm on some.
Midlife crisis.
I'm not on a midlife fucking crisis. I'm like, when people use that term, they don't really understand what a midlife crisis is. A midlife crisis, especially for a man, is like you have a family, it's dysfunctional, you have children, you have your relationships breaking up, you can't maintain a job, you can't provide for your family, and you're going through that work. I don't have any of that shit. Like at the
Your
end of
girlfriend left you, and her new boyfriend, you got to pay off the house they're living in, something like that. Yeah.
at the end of the
Why would you
day,
ever pay off the
Finally.
house that your ex is living
Why?
in?
Because the
With
court says so. You know.
at
It
the end of the
sucks.
day, if I wanted to just get out of the stress that I would be in, I could just forget about video games, leave Jamaica, go become a drug dealer or a hustler, or go find a 9 to 5 job and just live a bachelor life, and that's it. And I don't have any
Go
of these
attack if you try to.
problems. But no, I don't. I don't want to. That direction in life is that doesn't work with me. So I'm just, what I'm trying to say is that I don't have like I guess what I'm going through right now is just like just coming, like a part of me was like, Triforce, so you're gonna come to the US. what what are your, like, me coming to the US, i have to um I have to make it productive, and The pros are I got an interview with Walter about the first esports teams. That video has to go out. Today I just did an interview with Billy about him being on the US national video game team. That's gonna come out. I did an unboxing video of the Ring Fit, which is gonna be funny. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what it's gonna be about. You'll just see it. I was able to get the Ring Fit because what's the donations that we got, so that's great. Rion sent me money to buy a Switch for him. I was able to buy it and get the version 2 with the 9-hour life battery, so that's good. Um, was able to go to Free Play Florida, get footage to do a vlog. The problem here is that me being here, I literally made no money other than what it was raising the money to buy what needs to be bought. But this last 9 days, I've taken a complete zero earning, and now I gotta go back home to this. And I'm on Twitter because I get internet, but not unless I'm here at Billy's house. I don't get strong enough internet to stream. For those who were watching me at Free Play Florida, you could see that it was throttling. Um, oh, Keeson says no Switch Life Ring Fit, and Rion says I can finally join the Nintendo community and see what's so great about it. And you got Star Fox. Jarion, did you mail Star Fox already? But when I look at some of these things and I just conversate about the Copa issue, right? And I feel sorry for only one person, because only one person I know, and this is gonna offend a lot of people, but I gotta keep it 1,000,000,000% real. Only one YouTube content creator I know who makes video game content for kids genuinely, and that's Abdallah.
What do you mean by genuinely? Like, what do you quantify as?
We had this conversation before, but I'm glad you asked that question because it justifies me answering it again.
I'm
90,
sorry, yeah.
95% of the YouTubers are all fake. What they are called, they're not called content creators. What they're called is
Entertainers.
trend management.
That's accurate for a lot of people who follow trends. I think another word is just content producers.
No, they're
They
not.
create
No,
content.
no. Then they. Oh, see, you see, right there. You gotta stop that because you're insulting the actual content creators. They're content. No,
It is content.
wait,
The
wait, wait. Listen,
quality can
listen.
be
Wait, 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 wait,
debated,
wait,
but
wait. Trending content managers. Do not call them creators because they do not create. That's why it's called trends. They are follow. Someone
no,
created
they
the.
follow. They
Wait,
follow. They
hold
follow
on. Wait,
trend.
wait, wait, wait. Someone created the content which then trended. And then these trending content managers are managing the trended content that was created, but they did not create the trend. You see what I'm saying? When you say content creator, that means someone originally says, I'm going to create this content. It doesn't follow, it's not, when people get into YouTube, they go, yo, how do you,
Okay,
how do you get a successful
I'm
YouTube
just.
channel? Yo, you got to do unboxing
All right,
videos,
I don't.
reaction videos,
All
etc.,
right, I
etc.
get what you mean. I don't mean to cut you off, but like it's kind of semantics of the word you want to use. I get your point. The terminology is not that important. But like moving on, like go on with what you were saying.
Well, that so the thing here is that it's almost like if I just do trending content, sometimes I just be a little bit honest here. When Edeka killed himself, I sometimes wonder, do I truly regret honoring his death, or should I have taken advantage of it like everybody else? I really think that sometimes. Like, damn, Trappers, you missed a lot of views, man. Your subscriber count probably be at 50,000 because you were so close to him. And if I decided to say, let me tell you the truth behind Edeka and just spill all of his news like his ex girlfriend who was just like,
And then do it like one video at a time so you maximize your views and everything.
yeah, but I didn't. And it's like, was that the morally you would think that's the right thing to do? But
Yeah.
the
But morals don't pay the
bills.
bills.
And, and then I look at other people do it and they don't get punished for it. They don't get punished for it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here saying to myself, then, like, who am I holding this moral standard for? Which is clearly I'm holding a moral standard for me. And but it's like it makes me sit there and like, yo, what am I doing?
Well, I think the main thing is that it's kind of um put it this way, all right? Maybe this is a bad analogy, but this is the only thing that's coming to mind right now, okay? The current US election, right? You know Andrew Yang, like he doesn't lie, he just says what it is. And that's why if you've been following the polls, he's been steadily increasing. He hasn't had any massive fluctuation, but he also has never went down. He's only went up, right? Every other candidate has went up and went down because they say whatever they can to like get higher up and let people hear what they want. But that shit's not temporary because nothing they say has any value. But because Andrew Yang, like, he just says what he says from the beginning and he means it, that there's literally nothing he could ever do to go down in polls because it's a slower burn. He's not getting instant gratification by saying, oh, I'm gonna do this and this and the third, like Elizabeth Warren. And then after people realize that she's making a bunch of promises that she can't keep, she falls. So like, yeah, you're not getting that short term benefit, but like in the long term, the more you keep up with this like trend, people, like, there's less stuff that can bite you in the ass in the future, right?
But in this day and age, things biting you in the ass is content. It's called drama. And the more drama you get, the better it is.
Well, it's better for you on like an individual level, like just in terms of like attention, but like these days, like stuff like sponsorships and stuff, that's what matters. Like just going on a more of a business sense, right? Like, yeah, all publicity is good publicity, but that's only when it's like only attention for you. But when that publicity is drawing attention to people affiliated with you, like potential partners and stuff, that's when it's not exactly the best.
Who is clapping away at the keyboard?
Me, sorry.
Mm. So how was you guys Thanksgiving?
Celebrated it last month.
I live in Mexico. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Mine was interesting. Decided to play Secret Santa, so I'm waiting for those turnouts.
Triforce is feeling the symbiote. What are you talking about, Kisan? I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what to really make of this entire situation, man. When I get back home, what am I gonna do? Next week we have a business meeting with the black salt people and lime juice, and I know what I have plans. I have plans, but it's like I think I don't even want to say I'm getting too impatient because I've been waiting a very long time. It's just hmm. What is this?
It's called Unfriended. It's like a movie.
Oh, got that movie.
It's like about cyberbullying.
Okay.
I mean, also as impatience if you've been waiting for a certain amount of time and they told you that certain amount of time and they keep changing shit. So
Well, it's nothing. It's not necessarily anything. It's not necessarily anything like short term. Here's an example, right? Here's some of the things that bother me. So, you know the girl Erin from Cheddar Esports, right? And
yeah,
these are the things that run through my mind. So she asked, where's her tweet here? She says, question, who are some dope, unique, or interesting gamers, streamers, content creators, and people in esports and gaming? So I see a lot of you guys retweet the team tweet and stuff like that. Abdallah supports it. Perfect Legend supports it. We got a lot of guys out there just pushing, and I literally checked the whole thing, and I guess we got the most push out of it. You know what's running in my mind?
Well, how it's gonna go wrong?
No, it's gonna be ignored.
Oh,
That's
like
all.
the amount of work you're putting into it, like pushing it and stuff.
It's not a it's not about the amount of the disappointment isn't in the amount of work I'm pushing to try to get the attention so that we can uh use the platform to get our work out there. It's that I literally compare what we do versus what the other people who are selected in doing. And this will seem wrong because people are gonna be like, well, that's not fair if you like of course you're gonna pick yourself, but I challenge people to go and look at that list of 40 comments and literally look at every single person picked or selected or whatnot and read their history and then read my history. First of all, the person Erin says, right? Add the person and then leave a link. Like a good 70% of the people that got acted, there's no links left behind so that the person can so Erin can actually look them up.
Do anything, yeah.
Exactly. But if you're looking solely, just solely by the tweets and what information is left in the tweets, you would think, okay,
It's whatever, right?
they're gonna hit try for self first, because like uh, he has like several people endorsing him, and each of the people are leaving links, and then this you would just I'll be on the top of the voting list, but for some reason I'm just not confident. I'm literally not confident that I'm gonna get picked. And I think that what's the word for that? Desensitized? What happens? What's the word for when you get used to something?
Desensitized is a good word. I would use that. It's
Yeah, that's
sensitized to
you.
the disappointment of being ignored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty much a good word for that description.
I wouldn't even say it's not the desensitize. That's not what's bothering me. Being ignored is not what's bothering me. I know that sounds
Right,
stupid because you think
right.
like, then what is it? It's
Stay
okay.
used to it. You don't have to make it one word.
Put it like this. Imagine you get a job, right? You're working at a
Yeah.
job. You've been in the job for 5 years. You know how to do most of the work in the job. A new guy comes into the job. He's only there for 6 months. Your boss comes in and says, okay, guys, listen, we're going to do a contest. We're going to take all of our employees. You're the oldest employee there. And what I want you guys to do is, I want you to write a resume of the work you've done for this company and what you've contributed to this company. And I want you to put it in this box. And I'm going to take a look at it. And I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to find the person I feel has put the most in the organization. And then we're going to do some projects with those people. We're going to pick 5 of them. There's like 50 of you. Now, in your mind, you're like, logically speaking, you are going to be one of the 5. Logically speaking.
Yeah.
But then you're not even one of the 5.
What happened?
That kind of reminds me of what was happening to me at one of my jobs, Trap Force.
Mhm.
I was for the longest time until I quit because of this exact reason, right? I was what do you call it, promoted twice, so I was training all new people who came in.
Mhm.
And because I was the youngest person, even though I had been there for a very long time compared to 90%, I'd say, of the people.
Hmm.
Every new person that they were hiring for me to train was making $1 more than me because I was young. Uh, and I'm training these people how to do this job, and they're making so much more than me. And I started to get used to it. And then after I realized I was getting used to it, I quit because I wasn't about to sit there and let myself get stomped on like that. Ridiculous.
Well, see, I'm not saying that I'm not. One second. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen to me. What I'm saying is that's how I feel.
I understand.
I'm so used to that happening. It's just like, okay, so that's what's gonna happen. The only thing I can do is just keep trying and hopefully that that expectation just breaks eventually and then go
What did
with
I
it.
miss?
Just some talk, some deep thinking with the Arcadia crew.
Or
Oh, hey, bad bird. I'm going back home tomorrow morning. Um,
You ready? You ready to go back home?
well, it depends on what happens. So I guess I'll be up all night.
Well, I'll try to stay up a little
you,
late.
you said something about you doing a project. You talking
Nah,
5 people, 5 lucky winners.
No. It was a hypothetical.
it's a
Oh, all
hypothetical
right.
situation. Was it's um like so Wes, you know Daisy. You've been in EMP long enough, and
Yep.
I kind of, in a sense, I kind of understand how Daisy felt when she divorced me.
Uh-huh.
It's just taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying, I keep saying, right? I keep saying stuff like, "We're almost there, guys. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there." That's the same thing I told Daisy. But it's to a point now that when I say we're almost there, I myself,
Don't
I
believe it.
yeah, I'm starting not to believe my own shit. I'm starting not to believe my own shit.
Hopefully the day comes. I mean, I'm sure it will. Why wouldn't it come? But I mean,
Oh, there's a
you
number of
know,
reasons why it won't come because it just won't.
I understand that. I understand
That's a
that. Well,
that's like number one reason why a lot of things don't come.
it might not just want though. You do understand it's still possible though, even though the chances feel like they're going lower and lower, right?
I just believe that what the world is looking for, I missed that opportunity. I'm like, I don't want this to sound like depressing, like oh Triforce is giving up. I can't give up. I came too far. It's literally
It's not even an option.
yeah,
So
it's
it's
not
like,
a so I have
yeah,
to keep going. I'm just reflecting on the situation I'm in. It's like, damn, this is just fucked up. Like when we was in Africa last year, right, 2018,
yeah.
Samsung contacted Wayne. Let me tell you guys a little story. And they said, we love what you guys are doing in Africa, but we like to get some information on this guy Tribe because Samsung contacted Wayne, not me, on LinkedIn, which I find funny because Wayne tags me in his post on LinkedIn. So Samsung is asking Wayne to give them information about me when they can simply just click my link and contact me. I no problem. And they ask Wayne, what is it I do? And they're looking for blah 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 and a millennial. That's what they literally said, and a millennial.
Oh,
Long story short, Samsung never followed up or whatever the case may be,
right.
right?
So
And
you think that in a way you're kind of missing out because you're just getting older and older and older and older. I'm not saying that's 100% of it at all, but you think that's like contributing?
well, if you look at what I've been doing, right? If you look at what I've been doing, right?
If
Yeah.
someone younger did it, it might be
Oh.
come off as differently.
Yeah, but let's take a look at what I'm doing. The reason why I've changed so many of the strategies in EMP is because I have to realize, like people say, "Oh, Triforce, you're egotistical and blah blah blah," but I
Yeah.
know that my time has come and gone. That's just the truth about it. Some people say that's not true, but it's like if you look at the commercial, some people told me, Triforce, you made a mistake.
You need a. I know what you're getting at. You need a Bjergsen to TSM's Reggie, and Bjergsen is TSM star player, right?
What
You're
are
Reggie.
okay?
You
Explain
need
that for
you need
those who
a.
don't. Explain it for those who do not understand League, because I'm lost
Okay,
here.
okay,
Which Reggie are you
okay.
talking about? Nintendo or
Reggie, TSM Reggie.
okay, okay. So yeah, okay. Oh no, no. Okay, I'm glad you understand.
Yeah,
Then
like the franchise player who like kind of represents TSM's brand, like the most like well-known player, is his name's Bjergsen.
that will be the millennial, and then he's mentored and managed by Reggie. So I'm trying to do that across the board with EMP. So it would be
Yeah. So
Sosh,
Phil is your Bjergsen.
KDZ. No, but I can't just make it. I can't make it one person because EMP is not just. We don't play one game. We play a bunch of games. So it has to be Wes or Sinji, Phil, Sosh, and Sulu. No, Sule, Selma, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to get a bunch of millennials to, and then I'm just I'm trying to I'm trying to form the Go Tai 13. So there's a lot of vice captains and stuff like that. I'm Yamaji, obviously, and Sash would be Unahana and stuff like that. But I still need my Kenpachis, my Byakuya, and the rest of this other people to be my captains of the Go Tai 13. So that's the only way it would make sense because no one is going. I've learned this. No one's going to. The market doesn't recognize what I'm trying to do. The market doesn't. The market isn't convinced or has the confidence that what I do can influence the
Put it
masses.
this way: you can a person like you is you have a choice at this point. It's either you be a one man show or you go behind the scenes. That's just the point.
Well,
Because here's the thing.
I can't be a
Because
one
the
man
thing,
show though.
I know you can't. What the also those are your choices on what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Is because think about it this way: if you put yourself on the line to represent the company, right,
Hmm.
and you do certain things, people are gonna call you egotistical, which they already are doing. That's just
Hmm.
how it is. That's the CEO can't really do things like that at all.
Hmm.
I'm actually learning that way too because I have to treat it like that in the Smash Brothers community. When I go to tournaments and I beat these kids' ass, it actually hurts the team in a certain way because it's like,
Hmm.
aren't you supposed to be an owner of the team? Why are you going to tournaments to beat up kids? Some people are already saying that. Like, why are you beating up these little kids for? Or I can't even talk shit because they be like, oh, why are you talking crap about little kids? Oh, you taking advantage of little kids? I'm looking at them like, yo, you was just talking shit to me. Or not. Oh, when I start beating your ass, talking shit, oh, there's a problem. But you little kids could do X, Y, and Z. But the funny thing is, they forget that gaming is like people are being contradictory. You know,
Yeah.
they gotta understand that gaming has no age barrier or any type of barrier at all.
And
But
I'm
for
glad
some
you brought
reason, they still have that shit.
I'm glad you brought that up because then right. So I had a conversation when I was at Free Play Florida, and I asked a question: how can a 40-year-old veteran in gaming who's running a team, how can you old heads is bitter? Nah, Danny, you don't understand where we're coming from. How can a 40-year-old guy do blah 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 whatever whatever, right? Is it still possible? And people would say no, it's not possible. 40-year-old guy cannot. People want a younger blah 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 audience, right? So then I asked a question. I said, do you think that I could be like a correspondent on the video game awards? This is a trick question. And he's like, what do you mean? So I said, do you think they would allow someone like Triforce to come on the video game awards with his power glove and blah blah blah? And they were like, no. And I said, why? It's like, one, you're too old and it's unbecoming for you to be wearing a power glove, etc., etc. So I said, word. And he's like, yeah. And it's like, it just wouldn't look right. It'd be cringy. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that's true?
No,
I
not a
would say
few.
no. I would say the Power Glove, not cringy, but I think unnecessary. But I think just you in
I
general, no. They have
disagree. I
plenty.
think
They have
it's a
plenty of older guys
brand.
from the industry, like always up there presenting
No,
awards.
no, no, no. I'm not.
I
I'm not. No, I'm not talking about. No, no. I'm not talking about gaming executives because that makes sense. They're the produced. These guys are running corporations. Millions of dollars, billions of dollars are being made in the industry. Of course, they better be on stage if they're representing themselves as an executive. But let me phrase the question.
Of course.
I
Do
think it's subjective, the whole situation.
I think
But to be honest, in my opinion, the reason why it might not be too bad, um, for me to watch is because it's a power glove, and the power glove was around during your era.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but let me rephrase the question, right? So my
What?
question is this: Will it? Do you think that the video game awards would be cool with the ideal of Triforce coming up on stage with a power glove?
yes, I think it's your brand. It's part of your brand, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
All
it.
right. You know what?
yeah, yeah.
If
I think
if they say yes, I would say definitely yeah. Like if
go
it's a
for it because
possibility, yes.
No, no,
do
I
it
no, no,
because
no,
you
no,
know
no,
why
no, no, no,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
get
no,
attention.
no, no, no. You're misunderstanding my question. I'm not asking you guys if you think I would do it. I would love for an
No, no.
opportunity like that. I'm saying, do you,
Would they actually do it?
do you,
Would they actually allow it?
yeah, do you think they would actually want to do
I
some?
have no idea. I have
If you can make
that's a
it,
toss up.
I think if you can really establish, and you probably already have, right? But if you can make sure they understand that you've established that that's part of your brand, they will not stop you whatsoever.
So you think that they would have to be convinced, and then they would let it rock.
Well, you're not even convinced,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, kind of, yeah, kind of. Convinced is a
I
little
think
strong,
you.
but you know what I'm saying, yeah. I
Uh,
think
I
you
think
would,
you
yeah.
have to. I think honestly, you have to convince them because I think
Not
half those
convince
people
them,
in there they don't know what the hell they doing. You know,
all right, and
uh,
not
they're
convince
probably
them
not
with
too hip
words
to
either.
stuff.
Convince them by just showing yourself with it more often in more public videos and stuff. Do you know what I mean? You
yeah, but
understand what I'm saying?
this year alone,
Oh, that's me, right?
last month,
Uh,
no, not even last month, earlier this month,
thank you, sir.
uh,
Thank
earlier
you. Thank you, sir.
earlier this month, the Power of Glove just released a video documentary that came out on Hulu, Vimeo, and DVD and Steam. And Sahil,
Yeah.
meet your push the talk
Sorry.
on your mic. Yeah. So a new documentary came out about the Power Glove. So you had a Power Glove, and when you really think about video game technology today, everything motion sensing comes from the Power Glove. The Power Glove was the first motion sensing controller. Then you had the U Force, then you had the Konami headset, whatever, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So um everyone knows what the Power Glove is.
Yeah.
My thing is, do you guys think you would have to convince the VGAs for someone of my age with the quote unquote gimmick of the Power Glove to to
No.
to go on? Or you think that you could
No.
you have to also okay, so I gotta know from you. Anyone else think you have to convince them?
Yeah, you have to because it's honestly it's a 50-50 chance that there's gonna be half of them that's gonna be with it, half of them not with it.
All right,
I
so
think, to be honest with you.
that's fine.
But the thing is, I think you have a good enough case to actually, get
No, no,
the
but
seal of approval from them.
that's not the question. I just wanted to see what some of y'all think about the VGAs. What about the rest of you guys? Do you think yay or nay? You have to convince them or not? I just want to get everyone's opinion on this.
Sir, I'm playing League while listening, so can you just quickly what the actual question is, just like summarize it?
Do
Just
you,
said it.
yeah, do you think the VGAs would need to be convinced to have a person as old as me in gaming to be on a show at the award show with the Power Glove presenting an award to someone?
Okay. Thanks, Sahil. No, I'm just playing. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I mean, they'd have to be convinced because if they're not, then they're not going to let you on, obviously. But I don't think it's impossible.
Well, no one's asking about impossible, just whether or not you have to convince them.
Yes or
No,
no?
yes, obviously you have to convince them,
Okay.
or else you're
All
not
right.
gonna.
I
I
want
don't
to put
even
my
think
sister.
so. I think if you just went balls to the walls and did what you, and they wouldn't stop you at all.
I was gonna say
Well,
I want to put my 2 cents in.
Hey, I want everyone to give their two
Sorry, sir.
cents.
Sorry, sir.
well, you should tell them yes. I mean, you should speak to them, tell them you want to be on VMAs, and tell them why you want to be on VMAs, and then then they'll probably ask you. Once you tell them why and you present the Power Glove to them, then that's gonna kind of be like a trap for them to get you to give them your case
Yeah.
on why you should go there with the Power Glove.
Danny
It's gonna
says.
be
Danny says you got that cringe ass Sonic Fox making of himself at the VGAs. You ain't cringe. All right, so
no, that's what I'm saying. So
hmm.
if this guy could be like
But Sonic Fox is
if
younger. He's younger though. I'm talking about an older person.
All right, I got
but
one
here's the
question.
thing is
Wait.
I think
Wes,
Dude,
let
you're
Mad Monkey
asking the
speaking.
same. No, but
Oh, what?
before that, you're asking something like, oh, okay, you're Triforce. Let's say it's Miyamoto and comes on stage with a shield and a sword from Legend of Zelda,
Which he's done before.
which is done before. The
Mm.
answer is no. This is a video game shit.
the video. All right, you know what? Let me answer your question even better, right?
Wait, but what? Mad Monkey wanted to speak. He got cut off like 4 times.
Yeah, let him.
I go.
Go ahead, monks.
Look, all I'm saying is that you should not have to convince them. If they've known with your history that the Power Glove has been with you throughout all these years, you doing launches and all this other stuff, doing videos with the Power Glove, they should already understand that is part of you. That should not be a thing they'd be like, oh no, that can't be there. There shouldn't have to be a reason to convince them if they know that's with you.
Mhm. All
And
right.
especially like if you're well established and everything, and you know, age shouldn't matter. Your age shouldn't matter for shit.
Mm.
As long as you're not going up there and like
Well,
you don't understand what I'm saying when I
yeah.
say it, unless you don't like make it cringy. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, I
Like
don't
just
make
naturally, and then you do
there's
it
no
naturally.
there's no video you guys have ever seen of me in any public space
Right.
doing anything professional where Triforce ever does anything cringy.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe on a stream in my house with my wife on some stupid stuff like that. Yeah, but like but anyway, so I just wanted the reason why I wanted to get everyone's opinion. The truth of the matter is that the VGA doesn't care about your age. So Jarion's right. And the reason why I say that is because there's someone who is my age who has a gimmick like the Power Glove who was at the VGA Awards presenting awards this year. Does anyone know who that was?
Hmm.
To be honest, I have no idea because I did not watch. Like,
Dr. Disrespect.
ah, yes.
Yeah.
And he's cringy as fuck.
Yeah, he's not my cup of tea either.
Man, but Dr. Disrespect was there, and when I saw him there on the show, I was like, oh, okay. Well, at least they're not discriminating on age. See, the other old people who are executives, that's one thing. But I'm talking about older personalities. Miyamoto isn't an older personality. Miyamoto is like an icon. That's a big difference. So he transcends age. Same thing for Reggie. Same thing for any industry guy who develops designs and produces video games. They're not in
Yeah.
that category. But
Yeah.
but gamers who are like
Self-established, like without a company.
self-established characters or personalities, can they make it in something like that? Ninja is not as young as people think Ninja is. Ninja is like
No, he just acts like a
He's in
child.
mid-20s, right?
no,
He's 30 something.
he's like 30 something. He's married.
He just acts like a little kid because he.
Well, he's smart
Yeah.
to make himself appear a little bit younger. He dyed his hair a different color, and then you associated white guy, dyed hair, plays video games. This guy's got to be in his 20s. You sound Sahil was like, isn't he in his 20s? Because if you don't actually know his age, he doesn't look his age. So that's smart. That's good. That's good about what he did. He was smart in
Good
doing
marketing.
that.
Yeah.
That's good
How you
marketing.
doing, Triforce?
Danny, what's going on?
You
So,
doing good?
no, not right now.
Surviving right now, you know.
I'll do better when I get home tomorrow. I just first thing is I gotta get home. Second thing, I just gotta take a detox, a day off, and just relax. Then third day, I just gotta take a deep breath and go back into the bullshit. That's so my plan is getting
Mm,
home tomorrow. So I gotta I gotta get money for luggage and then yeah. So I'm dealing with that shit right now. But
I would help you out, B, but there was a situation I had to take care of. So
oh, you had to beat up Anna's boyfriend. Oh,
no, not that.
I missed that right there. I missed that right there.
Yo,
boy.
you hitting on Anna now?
No, no, that's not.
We ain't sitting on Anna. That was like a long.
I missed this entertainment.
Oh boy, where's
And
Anna?
then
Where's Anna right now? Anyway, overproof. What's up?
Sleeping.
What I'm trying to say is, bro, like,
Was at the hospital?
what? No, what I'm trying to say is, bro, like, you're not cringe. The Power Glove played an important role in video game technology. All right,
No, no, I will never say I'm cringe. So,
I
like,
know.
you
So
won't
don't.
admit that. No, I'm just playing.
I'm just what I'm saying is like I said, my main thing,
Main goal was to blow up.
uh, and blowing up. When I'm looking at okay, how do I blow up? And Sahil, your mic. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That shit sounds like it's
Blow up
burning out.
dynamite.
what I want to know is what is he typing? He types as long as I'm
I'm
talking.
typing to my team. Like
Message
I'm
him,
real
Oh,
man.
oh,
team.
oh.
He's
Fucking
I
writing
paragraphs, man.
paragraphs, bro.
I hear more typing than clicking. Dude, paragraphs.
see,
He's writing
brother,
an essay, yo.
brother. That's just like, yo, who's going out on a keyboard? I'm in here. I'm in here. No, what? I'm here waiting on these Black Friday prices to be unleashed.
They
Uh,
already unleashed. What are you waiting for?
yeah.
I've never been Black Friday shopping in my life.
So
I saw some old dude get beat up last year on that shit. I was sad.
It's kind of awesome. I wish I saw that.
Yo,
so
you sick. You're sick.
here's here's Rion's. This is Rion's Switch. This is his Nintendo Switch.
Hey, yo, Triforce, you got that Switch Lite?
No, no, no. No, I couldn't afford it. I didn't. I
What
didn't.
the fuck? Why didn't you fucking made it apparent, nigga? I would have helped out. The
No,
fuck, man?
I,
How
tr-
about now?
I did. No, he couldn't do it. I told everyone when I was streaming at Free Play Florida that I would like to try to raise money to get a Switch to get for
Wait,
Sash,
how
but
much is it? How much is it? How much is it? How much is it?
$200. The only way to get a Switch Lite is for me to leave. My flight's tomorrow at 10:30. I would have to leave. GameStop opens up 7 o'clock in the morning. I would have to get that and what's his name and run over there because Billy's gonna drop me off at the airport, grab it and then jump on. But
If someone was willing to go half with me, I would have done it. So,
nah, I wouldn't even want you to do that. Not right now, anyway. The reason why I wouldn't want you to even do that right now is because I have bigger issues to deal with than getting a Nintendo Switch for Sash.
oh, is it a situation that require physical violence? Because I got your back, bro.
Nah, you see,
Uh,
when I get off stream, I'll
You call
talk.
me sick.
I'll talk about the real
no,
issues
no.
that's
If
going
someone's messing with Triforce, I snap a dude's jaw
I'm
from
playing
any
with
day
you.
of the
I'm
week.
playing
Yeah.
with you. I'm playing with you.
Danny, shut up already.
on.
Yo, what's up?
Nah, hey,
I'm
listen.
just letting them know I will help them. All right.
The, the
Paragraphs.
the problem here is
How
the
you doing, Zuru? All right. Okay. All
the
right. That
problem
sounds
is
good.
I'm just like I just wish that like I wish I was just paid my value.
Yeah, but no, nobody's gonna see your value except you. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
that's
gotta
Like,
push it
that's
out
that's
there.
BS. No, both of that both statements you just
all
said
right,
is
all right, all
BS
right, all right. Can you
because
please explain? Yeah, go
my
for it.
my
If
value
that's the
is
case, then explain.
my value is
Clickety clack.
my value is pushed out there. My value is pushed out there like I don't even understand. Okay, you know what comments I like but hate at the same time?
It's
What?
Triforce.
On YouTube
Tell us why you mad.
I get this comment all the time. Triforce, yo, you have such original, genuine content. You should have more subscribers. That makes me happy but pisses me off at the same time.
Actually,
How?
like, fuck
How
yeah, I
so?
should.
Cause I'm like, okay, um, I just it just makes me mad because it's like what do I do to break what is holding me back? Two, what do I do to break that thing? So this is a bunch of stuff here. It's like
Just bleach
A
your skin.
seal to more subs.
no, in order for me to get more subs, I have to follow YouTube's trends.
I
That's
know.
how you get
I
subs.
think.
I mean, I was about to respond, but never mind. I just thought
Sorry,
about it.
sorry,
It's really
sorry, sorry.
racist.
What?
Yeah,
It's
Uh,
really
um,
racist.
these guys are black.
say it. Say it or no
Just,
balls.
just bleach your skin.
I mean, this dude already said it.
You're not gonna Jackson on the whole world, bro.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if I did bleach my skin, would I get more followers?
No,
So
it
you
wouldn't.
would go.
You,
Someone would
you,
take
the
It
you
the
would
over
re-
make you
the
Costume
reason you don't
more.
get followers isn't listen. You being black is the reason a lot of times your business ventures don't fuck up. But in terms of your YouTube presence, you don't have a YouTube presence for real, like outside of your small community because you don't play the YouTube game. You don't that everybody else plays.
He's gonna have to be a coon, B. I'm sorry. He's gonna have to shickle and jive.
That's business. That's business is business is fitness. You know what I'm saying? You got to play the game, even if it's not what you want to be doing. If you want to be successful in a specific area, like you got to play their game.
Chandler's right. Sorry, man. That's how it is.
Like you can play their game until you get successful, and then stop playing their game once you have that following.
That's what
But
PewDiePie did.
you're not. Yeah, you're not gonna get there unless you play their game. That's just not how. That's just magic. Otherwise, you know what I mean?
You gotta be fake, B. Fake it till you make it.
One second. In this little video movie here, do they all kill themselves eventually? Because that's what it looks like's happening. They're just all.
That's Empire
The
Arcadia.
girl that they bullied, they all bullied her together.
This man.
Uh huh. What? See, look, she's now killing herself now.
What
Who's
are you
killing who?
talking about?
There's some
Who's
movie.
killing?
What's the name of this movie?
Um, so it's called Unfriended. So
It's called
Oh my
Unfriend.
god, that fucking cringe ass.
Yeah.
And she killed
Oh
herself.
yeah, that
And on the
I don't want to. I don't even want to hear that name
Trash.
again. Stop it.
unfriended.
Oh, come on.
She,
Oh,
I got you, fam. Don't worry. Unfriended.
A millennial horror film.
thanks.
and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
she's like revealing all the
Mhm.
secrets of all the fucked up shit that they've all done to each other, kind of.
I still love you. No homo.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfriended.
And
But that guy
Gotcha.
blended his own hand. Why?
what?
The guy who put his hand
Yeah,
in.
Because Laura
The ghost splendored his own hand. I don't. I don't really get that movie at all.
How can I'm not putting my hand in no blender. If someone did a exposed video on me, or let's say I did some really,
No, Laura died. She's the one who killed herself.
yeah.
Man, do some reviews on fucking movies.
Made him do
That
it.
would be perfect.
Oh, so there's a ghost going into these people and possessing them.
Because
Yes.
they are the ones who bullied her into killing
So why don't they just slap the ghost? No, I'm.
They got unfriended on Facebook.
Mm.
To slap him. Triforce. Do you believe in ghosts?
Okay, now there's one flaw in this video. There's one flaw in this video.
What about?
Why don't they just get off the internet?
Yeah, that's the worst part about that. You know why? Because white people in horror movies, bro, they're too curious.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, Alice asked if you ended up getting Nesty for Trick.
She talked to.
Tree Forest.
Tree Force.
Tree
I'm
Forest.
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I was just looking because I just noticed there was like 7 people on the screen, and now it's down to one. And each time I keep looking up, someone is ramming their head through a wall, putting their face in a blender. I'm like, what's going? Why are they doing this? It's just wild. But
Alright,
yeah,
back to the question. Did you end up getting the SD card
nope,
or NSD card?
nope. And
Nope.
that tomorrow before I head to the airport, Billy's gonna check his mail one more time. It was supposed to be here on Wednesday, and it didn't get here. We checked yesterday. We checked today. It didn't get here. So
You used
Let me,
Amazon?
I don't know what stated average did, but he sent it off. But it just
If
like
it's Amazon, it sucks because it always delays the packages.
point
can
is,
I
Especially during this time of
especially
year.
around this time.
Yeah.
What how big was the SD card?
256. You see
Damn.
what should
That's
have
some big
happened
boy right
is
there.
what should have happened is I should have just raised the money and just bought it in Jamaica.
They
Mhm.
should.
Yeah,
but
that seemed like a better alternative.
he found it. He found a 256 gift card for $22.
I was gonna say, while you were at GameStop yesterday, I'm pretty sure the sale was going on where a 128 was going for $15.
Is there a $256
$7.
card? Is there a
Still
256
play.
card in Is there a 256 card in GameStop? No, but
Depends on the GameStop.
it's too late. He already sent
There's
it.
one of Walmart,
And
probably right. Walmart, I don't know.
Yeah, Walmart's got those, as I remember.
see, look, by the time that the video is gonna come back on, this girl's probably gonna be, I don't know what. Look, see, look, she's probably gonna kill herself. Like, look at and why you know what I find so funny? Why is it every time something's going about to happen to them, the look at this, the screen gets messed up. What Skype is working with this girl?
It's called a movie
Look at
actually.
this. Look at this foolishness. This girl put a curling iron down her throat, and
You don't
she
ever try that once in a while?
but
Oh,
they
Practicing.
the girl called her with a curling iron down her throat, boiling her.
She practicing.
Looks like she finally what? Shut the f up.
So cringe.
sometimes that's the only way to shut up a girl. You know what I'm saying? They're calling around. Anyway,
And look, the power in their house went out. They're scared and all this other nonsense.
Telling you, Triforce, do movie
Yo,
reviews.
what's the
Shit would
name?
be
What's
funny.
the name of this movie, yo?
It's
I want
called
to laugh.
Befriended,
Unfriended.
Unfriended, you
unfriended,
fucking boob.
or I don't.
What is it? Is it on
Triforce,
Netflix
because
or
of that, I
something?
have to unfriend you.
That's a fact.
Stupid shit.
What's on Netflix?
I don't know. Why don't she just go turn on her switch and go play Smash Brothers? Like,
Because they don't have Switches at that time.
She takes
This was
showers.
before the Switch release.
Hold on, it's called Befriended.
Wait,
it's
was it?
called Unfriended.
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 Netflix.
And the
It's
funny
the
thing
movie
is,
where you unfriend people on Facebook.
and the funny thing
Really?
is she on a Mac?
No.
This is why this is happening. She's not using PC. This is
oh yeah. I heard all Macs are
Corny.
possessed, bro.
Corny.
like this is stupid, man. A Skype call comes in when they turn on the Skype call. It's some random weird way someone's dying. It's like, Wes, me and you, we'd start laughing because I've actually finding this funny. Like the girl called through when it came on, it had to load, and when it was loading, she had a curling iron down her throat. I think she's like, and then it just went off. So
Practicing, man. Practicing.
I just thought it was
This.
funny.
So how was your Thanksgiving?
And here's another thing. Why are they so close to the camera?
Uh,
Back up. Like this guy's nostril is in the camera. Like back up. Like come
I
on.
don't think they're very concerned about their view of them on the camera right now.
But
They're getting killed off.
I don't. Oh man, this is so. I wonder how popular this movie was.
it's
Look at
not.
this.
It was not. It was popular, but it was like popular for being bad. You know what I'm saying?
Infamous. It was.
Dude. Thanks for the vocab correction, but I'm just playing with you.
What was the rating on that movie? I forget.
we like bad.
New messages.
Oh.
Oh. I know you wouldn't do this. Blair? Or is
That's
it,
the crazy
Oh,
girl.
that's
uh,
yep.
why
Yo,
are
Triforce,
you?
you ever play? Oh, you. All right. Talk over me.
I'm not. I'm
Alright.
sorry.
See
I'm
you in
not talking.
public. It's a rap.
I'm not talking.
It's on. If I ever see you in public, it's on like Donkey Kong, man.
They typed that real fast. Like that was a that was at least 120
That's the
words
hill
per
right
second.
there. That's the hill. That's
It's
how
a
you
hill
look like it, bro.
He's the ghost.
Fucking Sahel did everything.
I mean, he's already gone, so you know.
Oh shit. I was never mute to him, so he can't.
Oh, that'll leave.
I'm just.
Unfriended was rated R. What the fuck?
I thought that
This
shit
is
was
a.
PG 13.
Curling
I
iron
know,
down
right?
This is
throat.
this is definitely not what genre is it under? Is it
No idea.
Horror.
how can it be under
Yeah.
horror? This shit should be comedy. What? He's the guy responsible for it?
He's
No,
supposed to be
Sahil
over
was, bro.
functioning.
We already talked about this.
Look,
This is all Cinna's fault.
he just stabbed himself in the eye. Come on, like that's
That's some
crazy.
JoJo shit right there. Oh my god, I can't get that out of my
This
mouth.
guy, yo, this guy just stabbed himself in the eye. He said, "Ah," and he just fell out like a.
Motherfucker, you almost made me spit on my damn aloe.
Aloe? You're drinking aloe?
Yeah.
This
That's
guy,
all right.
Corn that
he
smells
literally
nice.
stabbed himself in his own eye. Why? Like this girl possessed him? How can someone
Oh, it was
possess you?
it,
It's a ghost.
the genre is drama mystery, not horror.
Drama mystery? This shit should be more like this shit should be more like comedy. It's just a comedy network, Comedy Central.
Should
To-
have been a comedian, yo. Fuck out here. I think you would done all right.
See, if they would just start smoking some weed, like paranormal activity cannot possess you when you're high. See,
Right, that's facts.
the herbal essence would just counter them.
How dumb.
Smoke weed and listen to Bob Marley.
Yeah. What?
This movie got a 5.5
Uh
out of
oh.
10.
How is she gonna die? They better if they better save this like her death to be the funniest.
Got a 62 on Rotten Tomato.
That's a 62.
62? That's way too high.
I know.
Uh oh.
Way.
I think she's just gonna bash her head on the computer screen. Wait, new
I got
messages.
a 3.2 on Facebook.
Blair. Okay, here comes a video. Let's see what this video is. That's the girl who killed herself?
Yeah.
That's the one they bullied to kill herself?
Directing my cow.
I saw her alive earlier.
No, that's not her. That's
Huh.
the girl who killed herself. That's Blair.
Okay. So what's wrong with her? She's on a period?
No,
Yo, what the fuck
That's
is
what
wrong
happens.
with
They
you?
put killing irons in your
What
throat.
the fuck is wrong with you? No wonder no one wants to associate with you.
Oh, so wait, that's the girl. So that girl, she made a video of that girl shooting herself? That's the same person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what have you done? Will live what? Here forever? What
Yeah,
you
so now people are commenting and they're like, "You're the one who killed her."
But so she knew she killed a girl the whole time.
Yeah, but she didn't want to admit it.
She didn't want to admit it.
Look, so I don't think she's getting killed.
They didn't make the movie.
Oh,
They
just
just-
leave her with the guilt.
The people with having like exposing her and.
That's the phone.
Wait.
What the hell? Someone closed our computer. Oh,
I
oh.
don't know.
So that's the
That was a
possession.
really shitty ending.
Oh,
I think Laura came for her herself.
oh.
I think that's what that was.
Telling you, Triforce reviews movies.
Yeah, I watched that.
Uh,
I would watch it in a heartbeat.
uh,
I would think about it, but I don't know about
I
that.
thought it was funny.
Yo, real talk, man. Do movie reviews, man.
I
think
would
you already
I would have
said-
typed to the girl. I'm like, okay, so I killed you. So what you got a problem? You gonna kill all my friends? You're a punk bitch. Come see me right now. I'm in here. I'm here right now.
Want me to studio.
I'd have been typing right. I'm right. I'd have lot all my friends who started just dying for no reason. I'm like, yeah, you better come kill him. You can't come kill me. You can't see me, punk bitch. That's why I killed you, cause you stupid. And then
we
let her
just turned off the damn computer and walked away. Fuck everybody.
Oh, it's Cinna.
that she would have came to my room and I would have been
It's
playing the
kinda
Switch.
hard. The ghost is like going from house to house, regardless.
And the first thing I would tell the ghost is, you can't come to me. You know why? I just disconnected my Wi-Fi router. How you gonna get me? There you go.
It's
Wait,
true.
so the ghost is coming through the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Well, apparently
That is
that's
the
what it looks
dumbest-
like.
That is the dumbest shit. Yo,
It's the fact that it used the video that was being viral of what happened to her as a source to get to to the people. So it
Oh,
pretty
married with
much
children.
had to travel through Wi-Fi to fuck with everybody.
Have you ever seen
that
this
was a good show.
What show? Impractical
Married with Children.
Jokers.
No,
Isn't
Married
that
with
like
Children.
Jackass?
Practical Jokers is not like that. No.
No,
It's hard
no,
to
it isn't.
explain.
Let's do jokes to each other, right?
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah, but it's
show
not to the
like 15
extent of
years
the
ago
They
that
Jackass.
called
don't
Jackass. Did
hurt
the
each
same
other. They
thing.
don't hurt each other.
Oh, they just don't hurt each other though. Oh, okay. Well, Jackass hurts each
Publicly
other.
embarrass each other. Yeah.
Damn, I haven't watched Jackass in a while.
I don't think they're doing that no more.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
Whatever's out right now is all they got. Especially after Bam Margera went into depression and shit.
yeah, because his boy Ryan is dead,
Oh
unfortunately.
man, that shit was fucking nuts hearing that in the news.
Yeah, I was like,
All right.
And
Let
the
me see
nudes.
something.
Shut the fuck up.
Nah, man, that Bam and Jerry show was the shit, yo.
Nudes.
Which one?
So
Yo,
basically,
Unholy Union?
they'll go to
No,
like
he had his
sushi
own show on
stores
MTV or
or like
something. The
restaurants, and they'll like
Yeah, he
Bam
had
and
you know White
Jerry
Castles.
with him and
yeah.
his family.
So they once worked behind the burger of White Castles,
Viva La Bam.
and
That was
Yeah,
his
essentially
yeah.
what
regular.
the other
His
friends
uncle
say,
Vito,
Mm-hmm.
you
God
can't
rest his
laugh.
soul, was the
Like
funniest dude
don't
in the
ruin
show.
the mood.
That's
Oh,
the thing
okay.
because he had two.
So like
Because
there
he
was this
had
one
Viva
guy,
La
there was
Bam,
like
and
this
then
big hefty
when he
one
was
who
getting married, he
questioned
did
everything, and
Unholy
he was
Union,
like, I can give you an extra pickle with that order, and like
and that one was just fucking
That's
interesting.
you can't laugh at that. That's just wrong.
or like oh yeah, one of the times one of the guys who was playing, they made his dad come in while it was his turn, and they made him ask his dad like, you and mom still bone?
What the hell? Why would they ask that?
Because they knew he wouldn't, because they knew he wouldn't ask his dad that,
Hmm.
so then that would mean he loses because they knew he wouldn't do it.
Oh, I'm gonna send you guys all a message.
I, I will help you out, Chief, but I had to go to court and I had to pay a lawyer some money. Oh,
No problem.
BB. I told you about this. I got accused of being a father.
Oh, that's right. How'd that work out?
Nah, I did it. The DNA test helped out and everything. Turns out it was some neighbor. But still, that shit
Was it the
scared me.
mailman?
It was in the
Man, it was some
mailman.
girl. It was some girl who used to hang out with high school. Turns out she had like a daughter or
Oh, I know
something.
who it was. It was the plumber, cause he's always laying pipe. All right, I get it.
Hey.
Yo, you was
Right.
the corniest cat.
uh,
Nah,
Sasha asked me what was I before I played games. I told her I was one of the best plumbers in New York,
you was the corniest nigga, yo.
Oh my
and
god.
she believes me too.
Oh.
But she has good reasons. She definitely has good reasons to believe me.
wait, you're talking about like that, yeah.
What do you mean?
This man immature. You immature.
How
You
you mean?
immature.
I
Grow up.
am not
Grow up.
immature. Listen, I
You're
learned
like twice my age. Grow up.
listen. I've learned that skill. That's a vocational skill. It used to
It's a cornball.
what? Being a plumber is a vocational skill. What's the problem?
Oh, shut up.
Oh my god.
Hmm,
Yo, I would have loved to go to high school with you, man. It would have been funny as shit, yo.
alright.
Fucking plumbers.
Hey man.
Gotta clean the pipes.
And what's another thing? All I've been thinking about is going home and just chilling with Sash, and like I'm thinking to myself, how am I
Yeah.
gonna do that? Like, no, it's not like
I respect that. You got a one-track brain. I respect that.
no. Like y'all never like just had a girl and you just nothing sexual. You ever just see? I don't know how to explain this. Rihanna will probably understand because he has his wife Olivia. But you ever just had a time where you just want to just be with your girl and just y'all just off social media and y'all just chilling like what a normal life is like.
Hit it and quit. That's my motto. Yep. Smash Dotties and
Go
yeah,
on.
pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Actually having emotions and feelings and shit, nah, man, that's gay.
Wooloo is the only go. What the hell is Alice's profile about? Wooloo is the only good thing to
Bro,
come out of
Alice is in a
Pokemon
cult. Don't
Sword
try
and
to.
Shield. Who's Wooloo?
It's a Pokemon. Here, hold on. Let me get you an
Oh
image.
man, that fucking cheap Pokemon, yeah.
Uh,
Yo, that Death Stranding game sucked balls. Yo, that was one of the worst games I ever played. Y'all finished it? Threw that
Oh
shit in
wait,
the
hold on. Where's
dumpster.
that one thing I have where like the subscriber thing for Woo? Damn, I don't know where it's at. Anyways, what Man Monkey put is Wooloo. Here's the official artwork.
Yo, guys, if you was offered like $1 million to
No.
can I finish
Ah,
what I'm gonna say or anything? Like dang, you even
That's crazy, right?
can I ask the question? All right.
No.
Let's say you was offered to pipe a married man's wife. Make him. Would you do it? Like, and just
A
get her
million
pregnant? Would you do it?
dollars?
Yeah, just to be
yes.
like
Well,
to be a bull, to be a bull.
the only way for me to do it, the only way for me to do it is whether or not if that price is suitable for him.
Fuck you mean suitable for him, nigga? You getting the money? The fuck?
No. If he's paying me, then yeah.
Yeah,
But if someone else
yeah.
is paying me,
No, not no. Don't even entertain that thought. Okay, don't. Just don't.
because I'm not going to go break up the man's marriage. But if someone on the outside of his marriage says, listen, I want you to go have sex with that guy's wife, I'm going to go to the husband and say, hey, listen, this guy is asking, he's saying he's going to give me $1 million to have sex with your wife. You want in on the cut? So, and if he says, yeah, then I'll split it.
Yeah.
But if he
You
says,
said
nah,
no.
then I'm
You
going to tell the
said
guy,
no.
like, nah, I can't do
I
that,
wish I
dogs.
was offered that shit. I would have been laying pipe like a master plumber. Shit.
Mr. Plumber.
But now, if it's a guy who says, "Hey, listen, my wife wants a black guy, I'm gonna pay you $1 million," then I have to go and ask Sash if she wants in on the cut.
You think
Better say
she
yeah. She
Eh,
better say yeah. She loves you.
she
This
seems cool.
Sash
She's like a chill person.
Sash would be stupid to say no. If I said, Sash, listen, this guy wants me to have sex with his wife. I don't even know who she is. I don't care, but he's gonna give us
Yeah.
$1 million. I
Tell her to
need.
close your eyes.
I'm
Tell her
gonna
to
be
close
like,
your
I
eyes.
need a hall pass.
That's all fast.
I need to go pick up that check. That's what that is. That's a check. It's a job. I'm like,
Laying down pipe.
all you have to do is like, listen, right after this, we can go to
You gotta
Cancun.
hold the camera though. You gotta hold the camera for.
Who she has? Sasha has to hold the camera. I don't think
Oh
she'd do
no
it.
no
Damn,
no no no
Chief.
no no no! You have to hold the camera, bro. You gotta film it.
I gotta hold the camera.
Not for me, by the way. That's up to you.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
why don't you just I'm sure you would blow up
Hey
on
guys,
stream.
Royalty just donated $25. He says a little late for some, but happy Thanksgiving. So thank you, Royalty. Happy
Thanks.
holidays, man.
You
I
don't even
appreciate it.
celebrate Thanksgiving, Triforce.
That's why I said happy holidays. What the hell?
Oh,
He
oh
said
yeah.
happy Thanksgiving. So
Don't
yeah.
talk to me like that, okay, bro.
Ah,
But you can't. Someone's wishing you a happy some holiday. You can't just disrespect them and just ignore it.
That's offensive. That's against my ethics.
Yeah.
Check your privilege.
But yeah. But like, I wanna, I wanna spend some time. You know what I hate? I hate
Hmm.
reading manga now. I'm tired of reading manga because it literally spoiled
I
it
don't
for
like
me. I don't
it.
even want to watch Vinland Saga anymore. It's literally
I watched
pointless.
it. It's okay. I give it a
Now
three out of
read the
five.
whole
It's
manga.
okay. It's alright.
Read the whole manga. When you read the whole manga,
I only read Ippo and that's it. But
you don't want to watch the anime anymore.
mm,
Oh, so speaking of boxing, so you saw your man Deontay Wilder's right hook crushed.
yeah,
He,
one hit,
yo,
one
that
punch.
that's
Thank God I ain't a heavyweight, Chief. Not my
yo.
problem.
You saw the sweat come off of his head. It's just a
Nah, the
yo.
only guy who I see have a chance against Deontay is Anthony Joshua. And they're just both like real talk.
I don't know. I think Tyson Fury. I don't know.
Nah, I think I heard he's trying to be a wrestler now.
No, isn't there a rematch between him and Deontay?
I heard that's gonna happen, but like it's going through negotiations or something.
Question: You think Deontay will hit 50 before he and go 50-0?
Nah, I don't think so. Look,
He's at
he's a
42.
he's a good fighter and everything, but I see Tyson Fury beating him in the rematch. I just see that happening. I don't know how.
Nah,
Tyson has the skill and he has the technical.
nah, my man. I'm telling you, cause right now, like Deontay Wilder's problem No, well,
Is
not
that he relies on that right.
no. It's
He
not that.
relies on it.
It's not that. No, because that's got nothing to do with anything. Lennox Lewis relies on the left, and that beat Tyson. I'm like relying on your strength. Hold on,
That's fine.
hold on. BBC donated $5. Thank you. We in here. Thank you, BBC. All right, so 80, no, 60 to go, guys. Wait, no,
Oh, you're Triforce. If
no,
you was
70
offered
to go.
$2 million to fund you and your EMP and all the funds, everything you could ever want in your heart, you just gotta take a right hook from Deontay Wilder.
Take a right hook from Deontay Wilder. Okay, look at the stream for a second. What type of donation is this? It just says, woo, and it's just a blue rupee. It doesn't even say what the money
It says
is.
Wooloo.
It says, oh, that's Alice. Okay. So, okay.
So, yeah,
But
so
it doesn't say, oh, a right hook, $2 million from Deontay Wilder? Nah. My
What?
jaw will break. I need to talk. I'm not, listen, no one's doing anything. If I can shoot Deontay Wilder after he hooks me, then yeah. But like, you don't get no free punches and then I got to pay for, oh, it's $15. Thank you, Alice. Okay, so that's 15, 25. So that's, what the hell? So that's 40 right there, plus 5, 45. And then 3 from Chandler. So that's 40. So let's just say it's 50. So 50 more to go, guys. And we'll make it, but I'm not taking no punches from no damn Deontay Wilder.
I think, honestly,
Hold on. You're being interrupted by BBC's wife, BBW, who sent $5 and said, "Effing Alice shakes my head."
I think.
But what are you saying?
I think I could take Deontay Wilder if I put in the effort and
you could take a punch from Deontay Wilder, but my 42-year-old ass, I can't take no punch. I get hit where? In the jaw?
I've taken punches from guys as big as him, and I'm still talking.
No, you've taken punches from a regular guy big like him. You can't take Deontay Wilder's punch. That's a professional boxer.
I'll dodge it.
Oh yeah, you will. You will dodge it because if you get hit, you'll possibly get killed.
It'll be punch out in real life.
That one hit. But
you show it to my funeral, right? And you'll get the eulogy, right?
Yeah, I think so. I guess so.
Here lies Danny. He was all right character.
But I think Deontay Wilder is getting tips from Tyson on close range in game. Now that's dangerous because Deontay Wilder has one of the most powerful things you can ever have in boxing. The most successful heavyweights in boxing history all have reach. Ali.
What about Tyson?
Well, Tyson was different. Tyson understood he didn't have reach, so you know what Tyson did?
Floyd Patterson.
No, okay, but look what happened to Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier. He first of all, he's an incredible boxer. He understood that. Okay, look, I have to get Ali to throw that right or left hook or jab, and I gotta take it. And when I take it, because I don't have the reach, I just need one clean. And see, that's the thing. Ali did not expect Frazier to take it. That's why in the first match, bang! And he's like, Ali, I know you're the greatest, but you just got set up. Bang! And Ali was on his ass. British Broadcasting Channel donates $10. I am here. Thank you guys. 30 more to go. But yeah, he took that. But then guess what? When Ali was like, "Oh word, so you gonna sit here and you're willing to trade and take the jab to knock me out? All right, I know what I'm doing." That's why in the second match, it was a unanimous decision. He just bodied Frazier. Frazier couldn't get in, and then in the third match, look what happened to Frazier. Ali said he's never.
Peppered, yeah.
Ali was like, he never got taken the distance like that because Ali was like, I am never going to allow you to take any of my jabs and come in and hook me like that again. So for 12 rounds, he literally had to 12 rounds of Ali just peppering his face. Do you know what the exhaustion? Remember when the doc called it off for Frazier, Ali fell on the floor. I said, "Oh my God!" Because Ali didn't know if he could take round 12 or 13. Frazier was willing to die, literally. Frazier was willing to die. He was literally, the doctor's like, "My man, you're going to die." And Frazier's like, "I can get him." He's like, "All right, you're nuts. We're calling it." This
Yeah,
guy over here is
yeah, they're
crazy.
nuts.
So Frazier is an exception to the rule. And Tyson, well, guess what? Lennox Lewis did to Tyson what
It,
Ali did to Frazier. And he was like,
Triforce,
you know,
but it was Tyson out of his prime, though. Like,
average, hold on. There's a guy called Average Pipe Size. He donates $1. Yeah, my name explains it all. But because it's funny that you bring up boxing because I was watching some of these matches, man. It's like Floyd Patterson. A lot of those guys who have short range, they if you look at them, Rocky Marciano, short range. Well, you know why Rocky Marciano? Most
power.
most guys who have short range have the hardest chins and the most power. That's why Tyson and Rocky Marciano were so successful because they're like, yo, look, we don't have the reach. We got to learn to take it on the chin. Remember when Lennox Lewis hit Tyson with an uppercut and Tyson
Yes.
buckled, but he didn't fall? He ate the uppercut from Lennox. That's ridiculous, P.
Yeah,
I'm like,
pretty much like me,
hmm.
but like I'm not up to that level yet that I
but
can admit.
but see, Deontay Wilder has Tyson's power, Lennox reach. He doesn't have Ali's footwork, but he has the reach because that punch. Oh, thank you, Jarion. He says just copped Ring Fit for $50 with my exclusive employee discount. What?
Wow, this man out here.
That's crazy. You copped a word. Word. Oh
This
man.
man showing off.
Oh, I didn't show you guys something. When Rion sent me the thing to buy his Wii for his Switch for him, when I bought it, GameStop gave me this $25 you get a $25 coupon when you buy the Switch. And guess what I bought? Let me show you guys what I bought.
Well,
Well,
I
it was
really can't
free.
watch. Just tell me. Just tell me.
No, look at the screen. It's a new Zelda t-shirt. Because it was like you
Okay.
have $25 you can spend in the store, and it's the only thing I could find in there. Well, it was 19.99, so yeah, it says like 19.99 shirt, but the
You can
25,
Ain't that the
cosplay
shit?
as Dark Link.
huh?
You
Yeah,
can
so
cosplay as Dark Link.
it's a cool
I was about to
shirt.
say he is Dark Link. Let me
Yeah.
try. That's the shirt I showed you the last time.
Yeah, but I saw it in the store because when she said you
You
get
got
20,
lucky because people didn't have that shit anymore.
yeah, because she was like, "Oh, well, you have $25, you can buy anything in the store." At first, I was going to see if there's any joysticks I could buy or anything like that, but everything in the store was just too much. There was a wallet for 16.99, a Triforce wallet for 16.99, but I was like, nah, I was like, I want something else, something I probably could use practical. I said, I want to buy a hat. Actually, that's what I really wanted. I wanted to buy a hat. But then the lady was like, well, didn't, they had caps, no like Scullies. So I was like, you have any shirts? And then she was like, yeah, we have a shirt section. And I looked and I saw this and I was like, oh, how much is this? And it was like 99. I was like, copped.
If
So
you look in the corner of each triangle, there's
Uh,
writing.
yeah, there's Hylanian writing. Courage shows you Link's silhouette. Power shows you Ganon's silhouette, and then wisdom shows you Zelda's silhouette, and each of them have different Hylanian texts on it. What does it say? Power, courage, wisdom,
I have no idea. I haven't been able to like take the
decipher.
time to actually.
Uh, but now I have to take this Switch out of the box because go to Jamaica's customs and guess what they say. How much did you? Is that gift? Is that for resale? No, it's a gift for a friend. You have to pay us to give him that gift. Why? It's a gift. What the hell? So I gotta take out the box, take out the switch, put the switch in my pocket. I still have a little bit of space in my book bag where I can put the charger and the what's the name of this thing here? Thing, but we gotta change up, guys. We gotta and thank you everyone for helping. British Broadcasting Channel, BBW, her husband, BBC, Alice, and Royalty. I appreciate it. And also you too, Jarion. Damn, guys. It's like, I don't know, man. Well, earlier today I was saying that. Oh, hold on. Let me see what the chat's saying. Nice. It's been a while waiting for the Switch. You need to tell the story. You need to tell your stories to the world as content. I do. Remember, Jarian, I told you I'm making new videos where I'm going to tell a lot of my stories. I'm going to do it like that in the couch in the living room. There. I agree. You don't play games that are popular. Damn. Anybody here own a VR headset? No. Danny, they police roaming the stores. I'm just looking for the ring fit. Why did Alice says Wooloo? Okay, what's this Wooloo shit? What are you guys are talking about?
Look at the
It's a
VC in the
Pokemon.
community hall.
Yes, but like she's saying Wooloo.
Cause
She
she's
loves
having,
Wooloo.
yeah.
Oh, she just loves Wooloo.
Yep.
Oh, Danny bounced. This guy's doing that on purpose.
What?
He's doing that on purpose to that customer.
Yeah.
I would have punched him in his face. See now. Oh no! See, I'm turning around punching him. I'm turning around punching. I don't care whether he's getting ducked. Like, oh no, right there, right there. He's getting punched. He's getting no. He's got to be gay. He smiled at that. That he's got to be gay.
No,
He's
it's because he's laughing because he's surprised he hasn't gotten punched.
He smiled at a punch. Man likes pain.
no, because they're telling the guy that see, no, no, you can't be touching me like that. After you just blew a kiss in my face, no, you can't. I'd be mad uncomfortable. And I get down, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. See, that's that guy who's doing that. He's not. Oh, he's not allowed to smile at. He's this guy is real stupid. There's a show called Impractical Jokes. See, this is a Hispanic guy. Watch it. This is not gonna go well.
Oh man, I really wish I knew what y'all were watching too.
He lost. He laughed. He lost, right?
Oh, well, you can laugh sometimes.
Oh, 21 bridges.
Each game, each time they do it, it has different rules.
Hmm. Jarion says, tell the Smash at Evo story because Zero got the story wrong. What? What are you talking about, Jarion? Jarion, explain that. What do you mean by Zero got the story wrong? See, now I'm worried now. See, so, oh, hold on. Let me get it to you. Hmm. See, if Jarion's about to upset me, because he's about to tell me a story that I'm going to get really upset about. What do you guys? Who's it? Oh, we still have enough people in here. Hmm. Did the Lakers play tonight?
I have no idea. I can check. No, that is today at 10:30 p.m. The last match the Lakers had was on Wednesday.
These guys are stupid. Like for real, this is like real stupid. Why is this guy wrapping the guy around like that? Like, come on, man. Hmm. Wait a minute, guys. What the hell am I doing? Think about this, Triforce. Hmm. Let me see. Why'd everyone go quiet in the room? What, everyone left? No, Alice is here. JP.
I thought you were gone. I didn't hear back
Okay.
from you.
No, I was here the whole time. I was just checking. I'm waiting for Jarion to write something to me because he said that. He said that. Okay, let's see what he says here. Zero uploaded a video talking about why Nintendo doesn't support the Smash community, and one of the points he brought up was the Evo situation. He didn't have all the full context to everything that happened. He told the story wrong. Do you have a Jarion, can you DM me on Discord the link to this video? I would like to see it. Because I may have to make a video to correct the issue, my brother. Joe's getting bodied. Hmm. I got so many emails to answer. I got a meeting, guys, next week, Monday or Wednesday. Changes everything. What the hell? They have to hide those cameras because if the people see the cameras, then they'll know it's a good.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Guys, you guys should see this show. It's called Impractical Jokes. These guys are crazy.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
nuts.
they pull off some weird shit.
Hmm.
Damn, this is crazy.
Hmm.
Oh man, this is crazy. Damn, mouse just deep fried itself.
You're a mouse?
No, a mouse.
What, fell into something and just got cooked?
Yeah, video on Facebook of a rat jumping into a deep fryer at a famous restaurant in Texas.
Ugh, that's that I feel sorry for the mouse then. He just offed
Because the lady,
himself. That's not funny,
yeah,
but it's funny.
the fact that people seeing it as they're ordering food and as the people are eating too,
Nah,
and
if I
somebody
saw
looked
a
up and
rat
watched.
just jump into a fryer, I'm just whatever I'm consuming out there is literally getting. I'm gonna punch myself in the stomach, throw up all the food, and I'm just out.
Well, no, like as this is all happening, and somebody goes to behind the counter and is trying to get the motherfucker out. He's trying to actually save him and get him out the building. And that's where he just said, "Fuck it, jump, jump, and into the deep fryer."
I don't even want to see that because I'm probably gonna have disturbing thoughts throughout the remainder of the night. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. Let me see, and we just been in here talking some real. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm walking home right now. I'll send it in a bit. Crimson Glory says Triforce. Don't you think you're doing too much at one time? From asking funds to Africa, infra, what? To asking funds to pay for your players for competition. What is it that you're really doing? How will all these projects you have help generate income for your livelihood? Drop Talk says, "How you been, Travis? What's going on, Drop Talk?" And then
Is that supposed to be a hateful comment?
I don't know if it's well. Sometimes it's trolls, sometimes it's a genuine comment. And he says,
If it's meant to be a hateful comment, be like, you have to worry about how you're gonna pay for your livelihood. Can't relate. Call them broke.
"Damn, damn, that's
Once there was a Twitter argument
mm,
about what temperature to keep the house at,
yeah,
and I was like 69 degrees and the fan stays on, and someone was like, "Good luck paying your electric bill, you bougie bitch." I was like, "You have to worry about that." Can't
damn.
relate.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. And having, oh, you gonna sleep? All right, good night. Looks like it's me and you guys. Oh, Leroy's sleeping,
Sleep having chips.
and Nova. And having Puma as an EMP sponsor should help you out a bit. Well, I'll try to answer this as best as possible. Um, Here's the thing, Crimson. Um, I have to do in the situation that I'm in with our team, etc., etc. If I stop doing stuff, then the team dies. What keeps the team going, or the brand, so to speak, what keeps the brand going is our constant projects and engagement with the community. Like you see what I'm doing right now in this stream. This is not engagement. This is me. This is well, it's been rough over here this weekend because I couldn't get a constant. I was supposed to stream every single day, and I didn't get a chance to stream every single day. Like I streamed Monday, but I didn't stream Tuesday. I didn't stream Wednesday, and this is really Thursday night. I'm streaming, and I've been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. It's my first time streaming, so I lost 3 days of streaming, and now I'm really streaming just to make um, the last $30 so that I can get my ass home tomorrow. So this doesn't even really count as content. This is just Triforce, you know, winging it or whatever the case may be. If I stop doing things, people will feel betrayed. All the donators, all the supporters of the team, all the players will feel betrayed because they're gonna be like, okay, um, why did we donate or do all of that if you're just gonna chill and stop for right now? It would piss people off. People want to make sure that what the 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 funding, the support, all those things that are being done, there is an end goal. And the only way for them to be able to see, the only way for them to be able to realistically even picture it is by me continuing to bring something new to them. This is what we're going to do. This is the project. This is the end result, and help me get there. So I have to keep going. If I don't keep going, what ends up happening is that people just say, okay, what's the point? They'll just stop. So so the question is, asking funds. I have to keep asking for funds because I don't. We don't have large sponsors, and my version of large and what you may think is your a version of large is two different things. You have players out there, right? All they do is just play. Like they get on a stream, they're good at a particular game, they'll just play the game. They don't they don't they don't get involved with the players. They don't immerse with the players. They don't talk to the players. So as you see, I'm having this conversation with you. That'll never happen. Um, if they do go out to events or conventions or whatever you want to call it, expos, yada yada yada, they're usually at their booth and they're inaccessible, meaning they're at a echelons where they can just play, and if they even recognize you or accept you, they'll mention you or something like that, or give a comment, but that's pretty much it. They don't get, it doesn't go any further than that, and companies will pay them 40, 50, 60, up to $100,000, and this is upper echelon guys, just for that. Obviously they get the booking fee. Hey, listen, we want you to come to our event. Here's $5,000. Here's your plane fare. Here's your hotel. Here's your per diem. Blah blah blah. But in reality, they're just paying them for their presence to be there because they garner a huge audience, but they don't interact. A person like me asks for a fraction of that with interaction, and I won't get that. So because I can't compare myself to those higher guys, I have to do more. They don't, because that's just the way it is. They don't have to do more. They have a large audience and so forth, and that's just the way it is. So they can do less and whatever. I cannot. Um, I get a sponsor here and there. They'll help me out, but in order for me to get to get to your other question you had asked, where's the next question? You said, how will all these projects generate income for me? So to for my livelihood, these projects, what these all these projects do is it shows entry level esports companies or established esports companies the work we do with very little. And the more we stack on the resume, the value of our services go up. Companies can see the proof of concept in the work that we're doing, and if they want to get that type of engagement and that type of results, they don't have to go to some big esports player and say, hey, we got to pay you $50,000. They could say, listen, I can go to Triforce and get it for like 10 grand. And not only am I going to get it for way less, but I'm going to get real engagement. Well, how are you going to how you know you're going to get real engagements? Look at this proof of concept. So I have to create a resume, which in order to create a resume, I have to keep working. So I hope that answers your question. So your next one is, and having Puma as an EMP sponsor should help you out a bit. Yes, if we did get Puma, because I'm wearing a Puma jacket, I made this Puma jacket, Empire Arcadia team jacket for Puma. I made it back in 2015, and I've reached out to Puma several times. I reached out to Puma through Western Sports in Jamaica. I reached out to Puma in Germany, and we never got anywhere. They never returned our emails. Well, Western Sports did in Jamaica, but they told us that we have to contact Germany's Puma. We tried contacting Germany's Puma. Nothing ever came. Nothing ever came out of it. Then last year, no, not last year, earlier this year, we tried contacting Puma because Puma is actually officially in esports, but re- Puma has not replied to us. So we even had a tweet about it, and I was like, "Yo, Puma's like, they're gonna make these, they're gonna get into esports." And Sasha had made a tweet to Puma and tagged them because Puma was doing some a FEMA project, which is uh, it was an esports initiative for women in gaming. And my wife had responded to it and said, "Hey, look, we have our Puma, whatever." Because when she does her Just Dance in Jamaica, Puma is a big thing, so everybody does Puma in Jamaica because of Usain Bolt. And she did her Just Dance thing, and she had her Puma attire on. She even went on the live video game TV with Puma attire. We even showed that our team has Puma stuff, but I can't. I won't say Puma the company, but what she sent Puma on social media on Twitter, they just liked it and that was it, but we never heard from them. So let me see what else you asked. You said, yes, you have a good mindset to finish what you started, but until how long? Yeah, that's the question we was asking earlier. How long is this gonna be? That's what made me come on the stream and start talking to people, because it's like, yo, how much more work do we have to do? How much more proof of concept do we have to show? How much why do we have to work 100 times harder than other people to get a fraction of what they're getting paid? So that's the question why I'm even here. So then he go on to say, been years we have your back. Kind of sad seeing you not reaching the finish line. Well, I don't know about not reaching the finish line. I think that's a little bit. That's not. If you compare EMP in 2018 and 2019 to EMP in 2014, we've made tremendous progress. The dogs, we just came from Africa, so you can't say that we're not making the finish line, because we are making the finish line. It's just that the our finish line is very, very long to get to, as opposed to other people. So the only way for us to get there, we just got to keep moving.
Here, this is my boyfriend. This is Triforce.
Hey, what's going on, man? All right, all right.
he's the cop.
Oh, that's a cop.
He's the cop.
All right. So, oh, that's Billy Mitchell's daughter. Um, why do you think big sponsors are invest? Why do you think big sponsors are investing in EMP given its tremendous success and awards? Why do you think big sponsors are investing? If they are or aren't? The only We have some. The biggest sponsor we have is Color Switch. That's the biggest sponsor we have. That's a mobile gaming company, and so forth. Um, then we have Doctor Battles. They're like a startup company. Same thing for Hashtag startups. And now we just partnered with Lime Juice. And depending on how next week's meeting goes, if I can get this thing done with my Discord, it requires little help. But we'll see what happens over the weekend. If we can get it done, we may get another video game development company for the Switch to be involved with. So we'll have to wait and see. But if you're asking why aren't the bigger investors investing in us, you're asking the wrong guy. I can't tell you why another company doesn't do what they don't do or why they do. I can only tell you the service we provide, and they just may not be interested in it. Sent video. I'll check it, Jarion. Oh, Arendt. So you did say Arendt. Cornelius, what's going on? We in here, B. Yeah, Cornelius. I was raising money to get to make sure I was set for to get on tomorrow. We're down to $30 left. Well, 35 actually. Crimson says finish line equates to success. Triforce. That's not true. That's finish line does not equate to success because success is subjective. Your
I think
success,
finish line is subjective.
huh?
Well, both are subjective, finish line and success.
Yeah, which is my entire point. But he's saying finish line success. No, this is what he said. Let me read it. Finish line equates to success. So that's what he's saying, but that's not true. They're both subjective. So
Well, what he defines as,
and that's
success
fine if
is
he thinks that, but that may not necessarily be our form of success.
or apply to you.
You know, well, obviously, I want money. Like in
Yeah.
this, in this.
No, I'm saying his definitions might not apply to you.
Yeah. His definitions are relative to me, but it may not be to the degree he's talking about. So for me, right? I want financial success because we need that to be able to expand and move forward. But in order to get to financial success, there's a step that you have to get to. To get to that step, you have to be able to provide success in other areas. So, for instance, 2 years ago, I could not raise any funds to go to Africa or get any video game company of any type, indie, mobile, or console or PC, to sponsor us to do that stuff. This year, we were able to do that. We were able to get three companies to sponsor a large portion of the $21,000 raised to go to Africa to do the work that we did. That's success. Being able to pay off the live video game TV. And one moment, we got a donation coming in. Oh, Superman, that's Zach in the building. Someday says my name. No, somebody say my name. Sugarman Nuts Zach. Drop that 30 B. Thank you.
Came through.
Cornelius, we came through, so we good. We
Oh, that's
good.
Cornelius Sagamanatsak.
You said it wrong. You have to put
Sagamanatsak. Okay,
thank you. Yes, you have to say it properly. Sugarman Zach. Zach. Exactly. Zach.
You gotta get that throat movement.
Yeah, you got to
going,
get the throat movement going. So, but that was success. So we were able to raise 21 grand to get to Africa. We was able to another success. We were able to get Color Switches esports event on national television, put it on repeat on national television, get it on YouTube, and it was a resounding success. It was so good. The original broadcast of the show wasn't even the repeat. They decided to use Wayne's cut as the repeat. That's how godlike Wayne's cut is, but that's Wayne from the live video game TV. So, and Color Switch was very happy with that. Connecting with MTN and being a speaker at their gaming conference in Ghana for the first time ever, and speaking to the Ghana gaming community, another success. Speaking to the entrepreneur school for MEST in Africa, another success. Getting on the television shows Arena and Head Start, another success. The radio shows, another success. Doing the Just Dance video, another success. All those things are success. So and raising the money to go to Africa, another success. Now, financially, you have to understand that you have to understand that um, there's a difference between success and profit, right? Now, has Empire Arcadia made a profit from us? No, we
Small periods of time, yeah.
small periods at a time, and those are, put it like this. Let me before I read your next comment, let me look at it like this. Me and Sahil had this conversation. Do you know how many esports teams in League of Legends are literally losing? They're not profitable teams. They're literally tanking every year. They tank every year. It's probably like
Yeah,
one.
they're operating at a loss because the investors are willing to invest like for future gains.
So they operate at a loss, but you have
Yeah,
to act.
for just for an example,
Mm,
League of Legends, because there's a buy-in to get into the league because it's franchised now.
hmm
Um, all and when you include like the buy-in cost
yeah.
plus the salaries for the players and everything else you gotta pay for, upkeep costs, blah blah
Mm,
blah. Every team in the LCS
mm,
except for TSM and Cloud9
yeah.
operate at a loss. And the only reason that those two teams don't is because they were built from the grassroots, so they weren't based off of having investor money to jumpstart their teams.
So yeah, so they don't have the ROI is based on them, not the investors. All
Yeah,
right. So
any of these new esports teams that have all this big money coming, they're all operating at a loss in the
so
beginning.
EMP in a sense is in the same boat, but a little bit different. We operate at a loss, but we're not
You're
operating at a
operating at a
loss.
loss without like the major capital to justify it. Well, not
Yeah.
to justify it, but it's a different approach anyway.
Yes, it's a different approach. But the thing is, those teams that are operating at a loss in league, would you say that they're failing? Because that's subjective. Because when you look at those teams, they're not
That
failing.
it's subjective
Mm,
whether they're failing or not, but a lot of teams will come in and it doesn't work out, and then within a year or two they sell out. However, a lot of teams, what they're doing,
mhm,
a couple of teams did this, like Optic actually did this. They bought into League like the first year franchised.
yeah.
They held on to that for like a year and a half, and
Mhm.
then they sold their spot when the value of the franchise spot went up. So a lot of people just buy into the league to sell their spot later on.
Exactly. No shade being thrown here, Crimson, but failure is Echo Fox. That's failure. So
Fuck. Ain't that some shit?
it would let me know if my statement was false. Anyway, let me read the rest of Crimson's glory stuff. Let me make it simple. How long do you intend to ask for donations? If, let's say, you are streaming and providing content on a daily basis, then that counts as a job and people will gladly donate. Um, but your vision for Africa required a huge amount, and it's kind of crazy. You go to Africa and do your job, and my question is, what do you gain from it? Are you paid to go there? Do Africa esports bodies? What does he mean by bodies? Because if they aren't,
Like organizations, like any kind of
no,
like organization group,
all right.
whatever you want to
Because
call it.
if they aren't, then what's the point? Lose money than actual gaming. Okay, so let me answer this directly. So, one, I don't know how much you know about our channel, Crimson, but like we produce content. Well, except for this trip that I just made here to the US for this week because lack of internet for the week. But actually, we produce content all the time. Content's always featured on our channel, if 7 days out of the week, 5 days, new content's uploaded onto the channel or playlist to the channel because we have players in our team creating content for us. Original content comes directly from the site from me, or the Lab Video Game TV drops content once a week based on our venture in Africa. Then on top of it, we stream almost every day, 5 times a week minimum every day, and we have an engaging audience, not audience, we have engagement with our audience. So if it's not me and my wife engaging with the audience, it's the Valkyries, which is my wife and her girlfriends, and they're engaging, or I'm on stream and I'm engaging. And so to answer your question directly, when you had made the simple when you made that point, you said let's say you're streaming and providing content on a daily basis, then that counts as a job and people will gladly donate. Well, that's literally what happens, Crimson. I don't know if you knew that, but if you didn't, now you know. So, but now going to Africa, the point of me going to Africa was to help strengthen the infrastructure for esports and gaming in Africa, in which we did. We literally did that. So that was the whole purpose of going down there. And now I'm working with a TV station down in Africa. I'm working with esports organizations, committees, and telecom giants. Like I said, I literally networked and connected with MTN and connected them with our sponsor in the West, Color Switch. So like I don't know if, to you if you count that as success, but originally
Well,
that wasn't even a
I think
plan.
his thing he knows you're talking to people. You're talking to organizations and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And you're networking. But he's saying, how is you like setting up trying to set up an infrastructure in Africa benefiting the team? Like, how is this gonna get EMP
Well,
into a position
it
as
is
like
well, to
a
answer that question, Lime Juice just partnered with us. Other companies see our work, and what we're doing is in line with what they want to do or are doing. So they decide to partner up, and this brings I mean. Since going to Africa, you know how much people on LinkedIn hit me up. Hey, Triforce, we want to do this. We want to do it. How many um, mobile gaming companies email, hey, you want to team up with us and whatever. And some of them it doesn't work out. Some of them I just turn down because they just don't align with what we envision or where we want to go. But those opportunities didn't exist earlier in the year. So going to Africa has literally proved successful if those opportunities are coming around now. So like we partnered with Lime Juice, and and next week I have a meeting to potentially no, I don't want to talk about that yet. I'll wait for it to happen before I mention that. But we have a meeting with a development company, and we're going to see if we can work with them or work for them actually in this particular situation. Let me read out what he says, because if there aren't what's okay. So I believe this is a fair question. Echo Fox is a joke, and TSM is a very evil, toxic player. What? Oh, you may want to say something about that, Sale. That's your guys.
TSM is a player? What?
He says Echo Fox is a joke, and Echo Fox isn't a joke. I just mentioned Echo Fox because
No, but
Echo.
TSM is a team, not a player. What does he
I
mean?
think he meant.
TSM
I think he
is
meant an evil, toxic organization. I don't think he meant a player. And if he is meaning a player, he's probably
really
talking about
because
Reggie.
every single person who's on TSM or who has ever been on TSM,
Hmm.
the only they have nothing but good things to say about Reggie and that he's player first.
Okay.
Like he
Well,
cares about the
let's just
players
say he's
more than
talking about
anything because he started off as a player.
let's just say he's talking about. Oh, he says he says the organization. He meant the organization. It mistyped. So he said,
Reggie is the owner of the organization. He's the CEO.
all right. So he
He
says,
runs it.
yes, we donate, but isn't the donations for your monthly support, aka bills? Yes. There's that's what the donations are for. If you look at the stream right now, look what it says. November channel support. The money that's donated, the money that is donated is not only for the channel support, which is the overhead. Think of channel support as operations costs. In order for us to be able to maintain and do the projects, we need to be able to bring in operations costs. Think of your donations like a form of tax, but it's not, because it's a donation. But that, if I can make it try to make it applicable to like society, the taxes that are being paid to the organization is being used to do the projects and to pay for the operations to maintain the nation or the government or whatever you want to call it, which is the EMP. So yeah, that's literally what it is. Triforce isn't really answering properly. I'm not asking about Lime Juice, but other African organizations. I did. I just said MTN, GGC, NASCO, and the other companies that we were working with in Africa. I answered that already. When we went to Africa, like the things that we did out in Africa, what we were set to do when we were originally going to Africa, we were just gonna go there, go back on TV and host an esports competition for Color Switch. So much more end up happening. There's so much end up happening. Content is still being produced now, and it's going on December. But your operations cost is kind of crazy. It's like us supporting EMP, and if that's the cause, we could be board directors and Sahil actually be a COO. No, that would
This isn't
only
a publicly traded
it's not a
company. What the
exactly.
fuck?
It's not a one. It's not a
Companies
publicly
have different
yeah.
structures and
It's one. It's not a publicly traded company. Two, you're giving donations. You're not giving investment. That's another thing. So you can't.
there have been people who have made investments, but
Yes,
like
but those
stuff like the stream stuff, that's not an investment.
exactly. Those are donations. So what's the word for this here? The operation costs, because okay, you have to take into consideration. You see how you says, but if your operation cost is kind of crazy, it's like support. It's like us supporting EMP. Well, the money that you're donating,
It
right?
is wait, it is supporting EMP though. What do you mean it's like?
No, wait, because the it is supporting EMP, but let's put it into context. What is it doing? The donations that you guys, for instance, let's look at tonight's stream. You guys have donated $95. What is the $95 going towards? That's a legitimate question.
The
I want you guys to answer.
for taxi and the baggage fee, I think,
To
right?
to do what?
To get back home.
To get who back home?
You
Okay, and if I get back home, what does Triforce do?
work on EMP.
Ah, so in reality, the operation cost is literally main p- donating to donating to Triforce allows Triforce to work to keep EMP going. If the do the donations does it's you got to look at it like this. You have to look at it as reality. You're not donating into an organization that pays people to do work to keep the company running. You're paying one person who's running the entire company, micro and macro managing the entire organization.
Yeah,
Thus,
EMP doesn't have like a bunch of moving parts to where you need things like a COO and like a chief financial officer. Like
it's not on that level. If you don't pay, no, if Triforce stops operating, EMP stops operating. If Sahil goes, if King goes, I don't want to crop no more, or Spubby go, I don't want to crop no more, or anyone goes, I don't want to crop anymore. If I have to stream that night, Triforce is gonna make some shitty thumbnail and it's gonna get streamed. Like that's just what's gonna happen because Triforce is doing the work. You see what I'm saying? I have to do the work, and that's like putting coal in the fire. Yes. So the thing is, the operation cost is to maintain Triforce. That's why the reason why EMP survives is because the operation cost is $1,500 a month. And you may be saying to yourself, what company runs on $1,500 a month? The one Triforce is running because I am the matrix to the actual company. If you look at EMP as a brand, take a look at EMP as a brand. Go on Twitter, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go everywhere. Look at what who's producing the content and who's brand. So EMP is Triforce. Period.
essentially at
95%.
this point, yeah.
95% of EMP is Triforce. 5% of EMP is the rest of the community, the Discord, the YouTube, and its players. Now, you may be saying, well, why are you making it like that? The reality is, I did not make it this way. You weren't here earlier in the conversation where Sahil so eloquently put it factually. Because I'm
As
blacklisted,
I do.
yes, no one wants to work with me. Because no one wants to work with me, I have two options. Either I do it by myself or EMP dies. Option two isn't an option. So I am forced to do it alone. That's it. Some people volunteer as, quote, interns to help me. But if they decide to just, I don't want to do this anymore, Triforce, there is nothing I can do. I either find someone else who will intern and do it or pick up the slack myself. So then it essentially becomes what you just said. So EMP is Triforce, period. The answer is yes. Do I want it to be me? No. I want it to expand. But in order for it to expand to be other people who have put in all that time, I need money. In order to get money, I need to work and show proof of concepts to companies to invest in me because they see the work is done. In order to in order to do those proof of concepts, I need money. It's sort of like, yo, you need to get ID if you want to drive. How do I get ID? You need ID to get ID. What? That's so stupid. But I need
It's like when you apply for an entry level job out of college, and it's like, oh, minimum requirements 5 years of experience.
like, but
It's like, how do you how do you already have experience for a job you're taking to get experience?
experience. So guess what ends up happening? You have to just do it yourself. That's it. That's how you get the experience. Go and become experienced. And that's what EMP is going through right now. The only problem here is that EMP is going through a very lengthy thing, which is why I'm even streaming right now, because it's just like it's so frustrating. So he goes on to say, I know you are blacklisted, but if you feel that way, that means it's true you did some shady stuff back in the days. Question
Oh,
mark.
here.
So is EMP a
And
talent?
now it comes to the
Hold on,
crux
hold
of
on.
the cause of everything.
So is EMP a talent development company or a gaming team? Okay, so let's address this statement and question right here. One, no, you don't have to do anything shady to get blacklisted. You could just be blacklisted because of your race, your age, your creed, your gender, or your religion, or your political affiliation. So let's
Well,
not.
no, that's what's used for the guise of blacklisting. People blacklist just because they don't like you, but that's what's used like
Yes,
in
exactly.
order
So
to.
the reality is I'm like, okay, you have to look at it like this, right? Okay, you say why companies don't want to work with me, but the former president of Nintendo is like, Triforce is a force in the video gaming industry, and he considers me his friend, and and what I've done for him, etc. Why would a former president of Nintendo say that if I was a scumbag? Number two, if I'm so shady
So,
and such a
alright,
sky,
go
and
on, Austin.
I know you didn't say I was Crimson. You did put a question mark there, so you're just asking. But my question, my answers to you are rhetorical questions. If I was such a scumbag, I should be in prison. There are people who have done far worse that I am accused of in the gaming scene who aren't blacklisted. So you'd have to look that one up. But you went on to say then, so is EMP a talent development company or a gaming team? Empire Arcadia is an esports brand, a gaming team, a talent development company. I wouldn't even say talent
I mean,
development. We're
all
just a
that's.
development
I mean,
company.
it's much better to just say it's an esports organization because all that stuff like the esports team
Yeah,
and talent
and the
development,
brand, all that's
that's all
under it. Yes.
synonymous with an
Yeah.
organization. So
So
it's better to just say
yeah,
you're an organization, and those are all
yeah,
internal functions of the organization.
like our COO here for the stream is saying, yes, we're an esports
Yes.
organization with all those functions. How did you get Black
All right,
Jarion?
Triforce. I hate to tell you, but
What?
What?
What happened?
I'm putting in my 2 weeks for EMP.
Oh, okay.
My 2 weeks notice.
2 week notice.
All right. Okay. Oh shit, that's a
All right.
cool
We'll
shirt.
have to refer you to the HR department. Oh shit, what's our HR department?
Yo, this guy had a
Hey, Alex,
god
you want to be our HR department real quick?
this guy had a godlike shirt on, B, but he covered his shirt. Crap.
You're a female. You fit in. You fit in for HR.
So
Whoa,
so
man.
let me see something.
Sexist.
That was question, not say. Wait, why were you blacklisted? I'm blacklisted for several reasons. One, a lot of people, especially in the fighting game community, the earliest form of blacklisting was literally 1 year after. 1 year
So,
after.
so be, before you go on Triforce,
Mm.
just as an overall summary, because there's like a million instances of why,
I just want to
right?
give the first one. Let me
All right,
just
you can give the first
the
one, but
first
like the
one.
general thing is just a
Yeah.
recurring pattern that I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
point out.
you can explain that one. I'll let you explain the rest. I'll just explain the first one. The first blacklist EMP ever got was in 2003, late 2003. No, no, it was yeah, it was late 2003. We won Evolution. No one had ever seen who I was or knew who I was ever. Earlier in that year, Justin and Sanford had Justin won UCLA Marvel 2 competition, and Justin was like, "Hail to the Empire!" And we were the organization was mentioned in Tips and Tricks books, and everyone's like, "What? Who the hell is Empire Arcadia?" And there's like this guy called Triforce runs Empire Arcadia, and then so people was like, "Who the hell is Triforce? Who the hell is Triforce?" And when they saw Justin and Sanford dominating the fighting game scene in 2003, everyone was like, this guy Triforce is a smart guy because like he got the best players in the set and he's trying to make a team. Even Mike Ross said that like this guy knows what he's doing, whatever the case may be. Then people saw me for the first time and they saw a black guy and people in the fighting game go, I thought Triforce was a white guy. And then it was, he's an idiot. What is he doing? Why is he telling these kids not to go to school and play video games? I'm like, what? When the hell did I ever say that? And blah blah blah. And then it's
But
kind
they
of
already weren't going to school. They already weren't. They already were playing video games.
yeah. So I'm like,
You just gave them a productive out.
when they didn't know my race, it was this guy is smart for getting the top players and trying to make it a sport. The minute they found out I was black, it was the opposite. And then I'm a scam artist. When all the top players started coming into the team because Justin was on the team, they started saying I was going around recruiting these players and lying to them, telling them I'm going to pay this. And when in reality, no, these guys just joined because they just wanted to be on the winning team with Justin Wong. That's just like the raw truth about it. So I didn't go asking for any of these people to come joining. They all just wanted to be on the team because Justin was on the team. Just like when Justin left in 2010, we had ourselves the first mass depopulation of EMP. It's called the first great fallout. Like a huge chunk, 50% of the fighting game force died because they just left. Once Justin wasn't there, Ricky Ortiz left. Well, Marin left before Ricky Ortiz. Arturo left. All these guys just started leaving and whatever. And we them. Only people who stayed behind, 99% of the people who stayed behind were black. The Dominions, the Sanfords, the Gerons, like the oh, 1 second, let me fix this thing behind my ear. Ouch, that.
What the hell? Sorry.
The Denkais, the Rodneys, those are the people that stay behind. The black guys. Those are the this was during the first great fallout. So I just had to rock with who I what who I got. The second great fallout is when the team was still winning. Justin was on Evil Genius. EMP would have team battles against Evil Genius at Evo and all the big majors, and EMP would win the majority of those fights. And they're like, the only reason why Empire Arcadia is alive is because Triforce has Sanford and the rest of these players. If we take all of Triforce's players away, EMP will die. 2013, the end of 2013 came, we lost the gaming house. 2014 rolled around, we lost Sanford, we lost CD Jr., we lost Yipes, we lost Persia, we lost Dominion, we lost Kraymore, we lost another 30 to 40 player fallout. And this was called the second great fallout. And then I was homeless and I was in the street. And
Yeah. And then like a year and a half later, that's when all the money started coming into the FGC.
yes. So it was just bad timing for us. So then Triforce realized that in order for EMP to survive, I have to absorb EMP into me because it was only myself, KDZ, Jerron, Rasan, Dragon God. It was only a handful of players left in the team, just a handful of players. So if I didn't absorb the, if I didn't absorb the brand into me, and then I had to go on TV in Jamaica. I had to go to TV in France. I had to what's the name? Do Guinness World Records in 2016. If I didn't do any of those things, there would be no content to keep EMP relevant as a brand for anyone to care or invest into us. So literally from 2014 all the way to 20, even till this day, EMP's literal brand is running because Triforce, the character, is what's keeping EMP alive. But I don't want it to be Triforce. Triforce cannot sustain EMP um, um,
forever.
infinitely, if forever. It's a finite amount of power Triforce has. So that's why I have to try to start branding out EMP to other
Yeah.
players, which is why you see it.
You can tell his stamina's running out because he's starting to get gray hairs.
That too. So all right, let me read the rest of what he's saying. So he said that blacklisted. 1 second, I gotta catch up to the stream chat. So he says, my simple questions are okay. Wait, so I support Cornelius. I support the shady stuff. Crimson says, my simple question: why are you blacklisted? What made people be wary of you? Rumors don't come out of nowhere. Actually, that's not true. Rumors do come out of nowhere. I know what
That's
world
how rumors start out of
that
nowhere. People
that
just say shit.
that's literally what rumors mean.
Because here's the thing: if rumors mean they have no basis, so they have to come out of nowhere.
Nowhere exactly. So well, Cornelius said that.
But no,
That's
what I was
exactly
trying to
where
say,
rumors come
which
from.
would like
Hold
more
on.
directly answer his question,
Let
was
me let me read the statements and then you say that just real quick so I can catch up because I'm following my. I thought you were white too. Oh, Cornelius thought I was white too. Really, Cornelius? That's crazy. You thought I was white? All right. So Brother Nacho says, if
I
you
thought
had,
Triforce was blue.
oh, I wish I was blue. Brother Nacho says, if you had the opportunity to
You want
represent,
to be a Mr. Meeseeks Triforce?
no, I meant blue black. Anyway, if you had the
I know.
opportunity to represent EMP or Esports Ghana in 2020 Olympics, which brand would you select and why? EMP. You crazy? I'm not going to represent one nation in Africa. I'm going to represent EMP so I can represent Africa globally. But anyway, Jerry, I knew Triforce was black, but didn't know that he was Jamaican until the switch line. Or Cornelius say, like that movie Black Klansman. Crimson Glory says, then why do most of your ex players say you did in some way waste their time and ask them for money? Crimson
And
Glory.
this is what I was trying to get to, because
Okay, you can step in now, Sam.
no, I mean, listen, if you want to say it, then it's fine.
No, well, first of all, most of my players don't say that. That's number one. Only a handful of players have ever said I owe them money. One,
There were a lot of people in EMP.
yeah, Mewtwo King says I owed him money. And then if you do the fact check, you find out not true. Two, Tampa Bison say I owed him money. That is unequivocally, categorically false. I don't owe him no money. You know, what's so funny. I owe people money, but I don't owe the EMP players money. There is no contract signed that I said I have to give these players any money. Blah blah blah. I just explained to you. A lot of these players joined because Justin was in the team. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just
But
like the score esports
to
said.
be a little bit more specific,
Yeah.
it's that the players joined with an expectation of, since at the time it was just literally EMP as the team in the FGC. They're like, okay, where's the money at? They see Triforce doing brand deals, so they assume Triforce just is keeping all the cash for himself, and then because they're not getting any of the money, they will leave because they get frustrated or it's taking too long. And then some of them leave on good terms, like Justin Wong, but some people leave and then slander him because, again, Triforce took a lot of these people who were literally just teenagers off the streets and put them into the gaming house. So they're literally man children by the time they leave, and essentially use Triforce as a free ride. So
Oh,
once the Triforce bucks ran out, they lashed out at him.
also, you can also simply ask this very simple question. When people go, Triforce owes me money, why isn't anyone going, can we see the contract where Triforce owes you money? Why no one asks the players for the
Yeah,
contracts? I don't understand
the
this.
biggest example, which is just the most fucking ridiculous one, and it's the one to where like it's the most egregious example. So I feel like any other claim that you bring up is just kind of stupid after this one's brought up. But fucking Mewtwo King, like, okay, so I don't remember all of it, but I know at some point Mewtwo King wanted a contract. Eventually, you got a contract signed with him for like
Hmm.
a couple $1,000s.
No, just literally
After,
like it started at 500 and then all of a sudden, I don't know how it got to
yeah,
2500,
it started
but
500. He wanted more. Um, because after he signed a contract for 500, then another team came and said, "Oh, we'll offer you this much," and then Muti King was like, "Oh, Triforce, this team's offering me this much, so I want more now." But Triforce was like, "Well, you can't do that because you're signed a contract for this much. That's blackmail to say." Well, not even blackmail, but it's literally like you just
It's
can't. You signed a
extortion.
contract.
It's extortion.
Yeah, it's extortion, but it's like you're in a contract that you can't legally get out of. But Muti King knew that Triforce doesn't have the money at the time to go through legal fees to fight anything. So all Muti King did was make a Reddit thread making it seem like Triforce was holding Muti King hostage and he was some kind of victim, and didn't bring up the thing about him signing the contract. So all of a sudden, Triforce is the bad guy for keeping a talented Smash Bros. Player trapped to his dying esports org, as they said.
Hmm.
And now that Muta King had the court of public opinion on his side, and Triforce couldn't get the actual court to fucking tell him to cut that shit out, he just kind of dipped.
And all I could do is just watch him walk. That's it.
Yeah,
So what can I do? I can't do anything about
yeah,
it. And that's just what it is. And this is why the only reason why the team is alive to this day is because I'm the team now. And because I'm the team, the money that's been invested when these players were in EMP, a lot of these players didn't want to do work. All they wanted to do was play games. There's a difference. I play games, but I also work. These guys did not want to work, man. They just wanted to play video games. That's what they like. A lot of these players just want to go on a team. Hey, this is a tournament. I've been practicing this game. Send me to this tournament so I can go beat up guys, win money at the tournament, and then get paid by their esports contract. And then they save their money. They eat. They get to go out, eat, and fly, and like you guys ever notice I wear the same clothes? Like you ever notice that? These guys, you can't say that. They wear different clothes. They're getting paid, man. They're
yeah.
getting paid and they're
And
not
and,
doing any
and that's a
work.
crazy thing because it's like, okay, they're living. All these guys are living in the fucking house, right? And like, even if all of them just got even a part-time job 2 days a week, right, and for the other 5 days of the week you're doing literally nothing but playing video games, and food is taken care of, all the light electricity bills are taken care of, it's just you're working 2 days a week, and like one of those 2 days paycheck goes to Triforce to cover the expenses, you're literally chilling, and everything would have been good, the house wouldn't have been taking over anything. But these guys were literally just man children who had fucking like subhuman levels of intelligence. And
Damn.
fucking look where it ended up. Fucking idiots.
I want to go to the subhuman, and it's not all of them. It's just
Okay,
some of them.
not subhuman, but it's like, well, no, the ones who, well, I know there were some
To those
who,
who it applies to, we know.
yeah,
To
to
those who are,
obviously
yeah, to
there's
those who
people who
apply.
it applies to, but just like Neanderthals, man, like fucking ooga booga type shit.
Well, what's the word KDZ would call Mongolians?
Troglodyte.
The troglodytes. What the hell? No, the one that starts with an M.
Let us remind the people who are on the stream that Sahil's opinions are entitled to his own, and Arcadia does not condone
He
any of
said,
Sahil's work.
Listen, I'm like, listen, man,
he
I'm
said
like
that.
50% of what I also, I'm like, listen, Triforce said that Empire Arcadia is 95% him, 5% me. I disagree. I think at least 15% of Empire Arcadia is me. At least
My man
15%.
said troglodyte. What the hell is that?
All right,
Mongoloid. That's the word. Mongoloid.
a
So yeah,
mongoloid.
KDZR says mongoloid. Yeah, Cordelia is like mongoloids. So yeah, but so Crimson, that's the reality of like what it is. I'm like, the thing is, I'm at a point in my life and age where I'm not actually even mad at any of the players. I look at that as that's just that is just a part of the history and the growing pains that EMP had to go through to get to where we are now. If not, if the players didn't do what they did, we probably would not have the Guinness record for the most documented tournament wins for an esports team. So, at the same time, at the same time these things come with the problems and the poisons. I gotta take the blessings that we've gotten as well. And if that's if I was able to sit down with God and He goes, you know something, if those guys didn't did what they did, you would have never gotten that record. Then I'm okay with accepting that this is how we got here. So we got here, right? All we can do is learn from whatever mistakes that was made that got us here and on improve on trying to so we don't make any of those mistakes again. But that's what I'm working on right now. So, and I believe that the new companies that we are in talks with, such as Color Switch and Lime Juice, this other gaming company that's gonna come that I'm gonna be talking to next week. Everything works out along with Hashiv and Doctor Battles, but everything works out. We'll be okay, man. It's just the waiting that's the annoying part. The damn waiting.
I just want to say, like, I was just thinking of it, like, kind of off topic, but just thinking about it, like, everybody memes about the fucking Chef Boyardee shit,
Hmm.
but I can guarantee that while everybody was living in that house, nobody, not a single soul in that house was complaining about the Chef Boyardee they were having every day.
You know what I find funny? If Chef Boyardee were to contact me and wanted to do a sponsorship, I'd take it.
You should.
I
You
would
you
I would have
know
took
you
it
know
then. I'd take
like
it
how
now.
much like the FGC would literally if Trifers, if you got a Chef Boyardee sponsorship, like on your jerseys there's a fucking Chef Boyardee logo. you the FGC community would completely implode on itself. Like
Uh,
it would not be able to like process that information.
I would have no problem taking a Chef Boyardee sponsorship, but like I would have to reach out to them. I'd have to talk to them. I'd have to explain to them, and that would have to be something that Chef Boyardee will be willing to do. So like, it's one of those things. But they don't have any vegan Chef Boyardee stuff, so that sucks. Oh no, Chef Boyardee have mac and cheese. Hmm. I
It's
should
got to
call.
be Katie, man.
Gold.
They have their own macaroni and cheese. It's actually possible. You know something? Let me see on Twitter. Chef
Yeah, I'm
Boyardee.
hungry now. Why'd you gotta bring up fucking macaroni and
Chef
cheese?
Boy R
Yo, I have an
D.
idea.
So try first. I don't know what's the
Sahil.
preferred type of milk you use in the golden liquid gold recipe? 1%, 2%.
I don't use milk.
What do you use?
I use the Earth Balance vegetable oil butter, whatever you want to call it. Chef Boyardee does not have a Twitter. You know that, right?
Oh, you just put butter. Oh, you don't put any you
Nope.
don't put milk at all.
I don't put no milk. This is crazy. What the hell? There is no Chef
So I
Boyardee
guess you just
Twitter?
put water and butter. You have to add some water for
Huh?
dough.
Well, no, I keep the noodles slightly wet. Yo, Chef Boyardee does not have a Twitter.
It's wild.
That's wild.
What's the parent company of Chef Boyardee? Is it Kraft?
Probably. Let me see something. Google. Um, oh, parent company of Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee is a brand of canned pasta products sold internationally by Kanagara Brands. The company was founded in an
Well, we
Italian.
as in both me and you, Zero.
It's an Italian company.
I mean, I would, but
Uh,
I'm not
uh,
supposed to have alcohol, so I can't partake.
Zero, come down to me north. We'll have our drinking contest.
You gonna
Sahil.
fly him out?
What?
Oh.
No, I'm not flying him out. He's flying himself out. I'll
Nah,
pay
you
for the
gotta fly him
tequila
out.
though.
Oh my god.
They know that's what you're gonna be drinking.
Sahil.
Don Julio.
It's an Italian company.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's actually owned by an Italian company. That's surprising.
Yeah. So Crimson says, let me see what Crimson says. Nah, man, I didn't think you were white.
Fucking
As a matter of fact,
Quagsire.
I read an article about you way before the switch line. Okay. So you deny every single accusation against you categorically. Categorically. And see, the thing is, Crimson, I know it's hard for you to believe that there are actually good people in the world, but just like there are evil people in the
Yeah.
world, there are good people. And I am definitely a good guy. And
Hitler thought he was a good guy.
that doesn't mean I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm a good guy. I make mistakes, but I am not a bad guy. And you have to understand what that line even means. The mistakes I make aren't the ones that like, oh, you're a demon Triforce, or you did this or you did this. A mistake I'll make is like, here's an example of a mistake. Okay, here's an example of a mistake. All right, guys, I want to get X, Y, and Z amount of players in our team to go to a tournament. So I'm gonna try to raise the money to get all of us to go to a tournament. And then when I'm done raising the money or whatever, try to get a sponsor. At the time when I did have a job and I was working a job and I get it, I'm short enough money, and I go, okay, look, we're going to the tournament. We need our best players to go to pay first to go to the tournament, and then one or two players get left behind, but they're the weakest of our players, and they go, oh man, that's fucked up. But is it? Is it? That's like in basketball, you decide, hey, everyone, there are people who are on the bench who never get to see a single game ever in the entire season, but
Shout out
they
to Jeremy Lin.
they have to sit on the bench because you have to do what's in the best interest of the team winning. So even if you sit on the bench for a year, you still get a ring, right? So that happens sometimes. Something like that. I accuse. I don't accuse myself of something like that. I've been done. What else bad have I done on the team?
You were cheeky like 3 times in a row where you had me Photoshop something in place of other people.
No, I don't do it in place of other people. I literally
We caught you red chicken
It's a
handed one
joke.
time.
No, no, no. It wasn't red-handed. I'd be telling people like there's a time Jarion did something for me, and I told Jarion I'm gonna ask someone else to see if I can get it. I did that to Jagan. Do that to a number of people. You always know that there's multiple ones, because I always ask multiple people to do it. It before I never asked multiple people because Keen used to do it dedicated, so he was doing it and it's done. But now because Spubby's not always available, Jarion's not always available. Jake is not always available. Poldrin is always busy. So it sometimes I'll have to ask two or three people at the same time.
Sorry about Keen, man. I think the guard dog fell asleep, so he escaped.
All right, so let me see something here. He says, those
He's
mother
lost.
effers would come out of the woodwork to try to get back on EMP. Jarion says they do have a Twitter, Chef Boyardee. No, that's not a. Wait, let me see. Is this what I just get? Oh, they do have a Twitter. 10,000 followers. I have more followers than them. When was their last tweet? July 20th. They're not really
Active.
active, but I wonder if they're interested in esports. I'll reach out to them.
I wonder if they're interested in esports.
Hey, the esports scene needs to eat, man. Just like how you have Snickers as the official candy bar for esports, why can't you
Yeah.
have Chef Boyardee? Chef Boyardee is more nutritious, I'll tell you that much. All right, so let me go back to the conversation here. So,
What about a Slim Jim sponsorship?
Cornelius, it's an American home food. Okay, Crimson says zero. You're a Muslim. I don't know who's talking to with that. All right, Crimson says, I believe you are good people, but my question is, do you deny every single accusation? Don't need to
Didn't
be
you just
long.
say that?
Yeah, I said I categorically deny every single negative accusation that has been put to me from the gaming community is all a lie, 100%. I put my firstborn child on it.
Dude, listen, Crimson, whatever your name is. Listen, I've been here over 2 years now. Literally, there hasn't been. We get at least one new troll at least every month who's like consistent, right? There has not been a single claim that's like said about him like online or anywhere else that Triforce hasn't been able to like successfully like completely dispute. Like you can go look for any claim if you want, be my guest, but you're just wasting your time.
I'll shut that shit.
This,
You know what's so funny,
you're
Crimson?
just following the same path
You know what's so
many
funny,
others are following.
Crimson? I people who have made claims against me, I told them that I'm willing to discuss with them publicly about their claims. And you know why none of them ever, 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 and I mean none of them ever say, okay, let's have this public conversation about what you owe me, Triforce, or what you did wrong, is because they know I got the files and I'm going to shit on them. They know this. They know. They know they know I'm not I I literally, unlike other black people, I record everything, and I mean
Everything.
everything.
I
Yeah,
didn't mean to attack
you
that.
know.
So let me see something here. So in
There's
context,
an
you
e
did
files to the e
wait.
files.
Hold on. He
You
says
know,
so in.
there's like the
Right.
level 1 security clearance e files, and then
I have code DEFCON 5 black, all types of shit.
DEFCON 5 triple X black.
He says, so in context, you did do shady stuff and such, but you say you're a good guy. No, that's not what I said. This is about the truth and morals. No, I do not do anything shady. Did you approach Mr. Wizard for help? Um, did I? Well, it depends. What type of help are you talking about? Maybe. I don't recall. Like, did I
Who's
approach
Mr.
him?
Wizard?
He's one of the guys that run Evo.
Mr. Sandman.
Could be. I don't know. It
And he's
depends.
asking for help in what regard? Like
Yeah,
help.
I need to know the details for that because that's so many years. I don't recall going to Mr. Wizard for help, and if I did, what did I go to help for him for? What? Hey, Mr. Wizard, I'm short on cash or something. Help me out. Or Mr. Wizard, I'm thirsty. Can I get a drink? Or Mr. Wizard, one of my players didn't sign up on time for esport for Evo. Can you let him rock? Or like I don't know. Let me know. I would need to know the details. Esports has a beer. Oh, also AFK beer. Wow, they do. I didn't even know that. Jerion says their last tweet was in July, but they reply all the time. Their last reply was a few days ago. Triforce, do you deny that you stack paper to the ceiling and ride on 24-inch chrome?
Triforce, do you deny the existence of your G5?
So, like, oh man, that I wish I had a G5. I'd sell it.
Listen, Trevor's one day, I swear. Listen, one day, okay?
I'm gonna
If
get a
this
G5.
universe, if there's any divine providence in this hellscape we call planet, then
I'm gonna
one
get a
day, the
G5.
fucking cherry on top of all the trials and tribulations you've ever been through is when you have your own G5.
When
That'll just be too fucking funny.
I'll get a G5. So let me see something here. They reply all the time. Let me see. Chef Boy RD. You can send them messages. Why is these? Who's this black rapper? Who the hell is this? When worlds collide, goodness happens. Check out Little Yachi and Donny Osmos in the Chef Boyardee throwback remix. What? What am I watching here?
The good stuff.
This mind fuck.
I am. Hold on. I gotta mute the. Let me mute the Discord. No, let me mute the stream so I can listen to this rap. There's a rap? Oh my god. There is a rap. Oh no. This is disgusting. What I think is the CEO of Chef Boyardee is actually doing. Oh man, I'm just gonna put the tweet in the. I'm gonna put the tweet in the Discord. Like this has to stop. This no. Listen to that. Listen to that, YouTubers. Just listen to this. Listen to this. No, no, no. This has got to stop. Oh my God. Just no. Please. No. Just no. What the hell? What is that?
I'm done. I'm
Yes.
fucking
See, I can't. I cannot deal with that. I cannot deal with. There are many things I can deal with. That I cannot deal with.
done. All right, try first. Listen,
The
you
only
have two.
good news. The only
I,
good news about that is
try,
that
try first.
yeah,
Listen, okay. You have two choices: either kill yourself or be strapped to a chair with your eyelids forced open and like your ears like you can't plug them, listening to that for 1 year.
I already
Oh,
told you
you mean Get Out?
I have an auto anti-killing program in me, so I can't.
But you're saying after listening to Chef Boyardee for
I would
for
have
1 year.
I'd be stuck. I would have no choice. You know something? You know something?
Well,
I'm gonna cause some controversy here. I'm gonna tweet to Chef Boyardee. Ever thought
oh
about
no.
getting into esports?
Trappers don't. That's something people are gonna fucking screen cap and meme.
Yeah, that's true. Keep EMP relevant for a little bit. It'll update. It's just a question. Let me see. Hey, Chef. Right, Chef Wiley. Ever, ever thought about getting
wait.
into?
From which Twitter are you doing this from? From your Twitter or
Yeah.
from
No, I'm doing it from my.
Arcadia's
No,
Twitter?
I'm not doing. I can't do that from the team's Twitter. That would look bad. I can do it from my Twitter, but I'll just tweet it.
Yo, this is like the sixth Jangmo O I find, and it's only 5%. Oh, I hate my life right now. And Dupater. Or fucking Rockwin.
Is it ideal with an L or ID? Ideal. Which one is the one with like the
Oh
thought?
no, he did another fucking cosplay. Kill me.
Sahil, which ideal is it with the L or just the DEA?
There's an ideal without an L.
Yes, ideal. IDEA, and then you have ideal. So I'm just gonna assume it's with the L.
That's idea, not
Trying to
ideal. There's
say
idea and ideal.
Yes, idea.
it's two different things.
Okay, which one? Ideal is what?
Idea is a dot.
Idea
Ideal
is I have an
that you put
idea.
girl
Ideal
fonts.
is an abstract like an ideal is an abstract notion of like how things ought to be.
Okay, so he'll F you.
Okay.
What do you what?
I was talking, nigga.
Oh.
Like you never pay attention. Like
Well, listen,
you
I'm
you
better
love
at
the sound
breaking
of
down
your
the meaning of
voice.
words, so it's
Oh,
probably better off me
okay,
telling
so
you.
I'm trying to figure out which version of ideal I'm using. So ideal is like a concept. So it's IDEA, right?
Yeah, that's idea, not ideal.
Okay. And ideal is like someone's principles or well the way they
Yes.
see
Yeah,
things.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So I'm tweeting it.
Well,
So tomorrow this tweet will have like 40,000 retweets.
Yeah. Kind of
right.
like, like Hitler's ideal was restoring Germany's former glory, but Hitler's idea was gassing the Jews.
Whoa.
Damn,
That's
you really went there.
so let's see here. I got a G5. It's a Pontiac. Little Yachty. Trash rapper. Okay, start the party. With Chef Boyardee. Oh no, stop. Oh god. They should just kill themselves. I don't even know what the hell I'm even watching. Read above message, Triforce. Am I wrong? Read above message. Uh, what above message? You had said something. You said, so in context, you did do shady stuff. I told you no. I did nothing shady. If I did something shady, I would actually be successful. That's how you know I didn't do anything shady. Ugh. I just want to see. I want to see what's gonna happen. I want to see what people say.
Yo,
Yeah.
oh snap!
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Sir, it's taking so much in me not to summon right now. I still haven't got my pity thing broken, so I'm at 7.5% now. I want to summon, but 2 more days. Hmm.
So the CEO of Twitter and Square says he's moving to Africa for at least 3 months next year because the continent will define the future.
So wait, Square what?
The CEO of Twitter and Square.
Jack Dorsey?
Yeah. So he's moving to
He's
Africa.
moving to Africa. Okay,
hmm
probably makes
I
sense.
just find that funny. They tell black people, go back home to Africa. No, don't go back home to Africa because there's nothing in Africa. But like, oh man, this is wild.
I mean, it's not really like the implementation is obviously important, but like just in general, like once everywhere else in the world has been what's the word, urbanized to a point where they participate to like a large degree in like the world economy, like the only place left is Africa. So obviously, you know, China's been hit its boom like in the last 15 years. India's
Yeah.
hitting its boom as we speak, and China's already built pretty much a wall of influence around India to where they're kind of controlled by them, so they're not going to exceed China ever
hmm
probably. So all that's left is Africa. But like, it doesn't mean that like this doesn't mean
hmm
this isn't fucking 19th century European colonialism. It's very different from that. Like, hey guys, we got antibiotics now. We can survive in India or Africa now. Let's go rape it.
Again, I wonder if yet.
Uh,
I wonder if Chef
no, I
Boy
mean,
did.
no, I don't think Africa is gonna turn out anywhere near as bad as it did before. Like obviously there's gonna be some countries that just become like completely
Ah,
under
And
external influence, but I think for the most part, Africa will be
it
fine.
will never be what it is again. We would that much I will agree with you. They had the one chance to literally take Africa and they missed it. If you think
No,
that
no. Well, they did. They did take it. Everything was colonized except for, was it Ethiopia? There was one
only
small piece
Ethiopia,
of it.
only
Yeah, it was
Ethiopia.
only Ethiopia. Outside Ethiopia, everything else was colonized, and essentially it was like this really weird, like fucking smorgasbord. Like what happened was, I think it was the Berlin Conference of like 18 something, where all the European countries got together and they were pretty much like, okay, listen, technology's advanced to the point where like the guns, our gunfire power, like our black powder technology is advanced to a point where Africans can't really do anything against our military. So we know that we're pillaging Africa, but let's just not fight each other while we're in Africa about who gets what land. So let's just divide it up over here during the Berlin conference, and then they kind of just drew the lines, um, and then they went in and like enacted those lines. Um,
Well,
but it didn't sustain because eventually, after World War II, the whole like after World War II, the entire idea of like global imperialism just kind of died out for like liberal democracies. So, like, didn't really work. Can't
one
happen again.
1 second. I'm gonna tweet that. Okay, so I'll put that in both the chats. So Crimson says, Triforce, do you only feel that Africa needs someone like you to pioneer the infrastructure? One, I'm not pioneering the infrastructure. The infrastructure is already there. It's just not strong. My job is to help strengthen the current infrastructure that they have, or improve it, or evolve it, whatever. But the notion of that I'm some type of messiah or soul savior for
I
Africa.
think you on listen, Travis, you do what you want, but I feel like you need to lean into that. Like I feel like you need to make yourself
Nah, if
a
nah that
part, like as you said, EMP runs off of you, right? You like building the mystique of Triforce is something like as a greater
no
force. I
people
think
people
is
people can
is good.
people if they want to see me as a messiah, they have the right. They have it. If they want to do that, by all means they can do that. But one, I am not, and number two, I do not. I will not. What's the word for this? I will not. I don't want to say the word support. I just won't follow. I won't follow through with that notion. You have to understand that's a double-edged sword. Even if I am, I will get so much negative feedback, not just from people outside of Africa, but from my own African people. There are people in Africa right now. I'll be having conversations with them, and so I'll be in these groups right on WhatsApp, and these groups are to network with other African companies, startups, entrepreneurs, etc., etc. I purposely let everyone just pop off, rock off, be pop off and rock off. Put your, they were like, so everyone, tell us what you're into and what you're trying to do and yada yada. People be talking in there. Some people are in farming and agriculture. Some people are in real estate. The typical blah blah blah. They get to me, right? I was invited into the group by just to let you know. I run an esports team, yada, yada, yada. This is what we do. We want to use technology and entertainment to help strengthen Africa's, position in the technology industry by using video games as a billion-dollar industry, yada, yada, yada. People start asking questions. So, oh, word. So, what's your plans? I tell them the plan, yada, yada, this, that, that, and explain to them how Africa can rise up as one of the most powerful powerhouses, where our team stands, what we've done, all of our accolades, and yada. And people just ask me questions on questions or whatever, and then I'll get random comments like this. Um, okay, so cool. So let's not lose focus of the group. Triforce, you're not the only one out here trying to save Africa from blah blah blah. One, I never said I was out here saving Africa. That's number one. But why did a person say that? Because See, I don't even want to go into that direction. I am not some messiah here to save Africa. This is the entire point. This is the entire point that was being made about the thing with the Gachikun guy, right? Um, Gachikun goes to Africa, South Africa. He goes to a village of ours, and we see our people out there in that poor part of South Africa in the village with no shirt on, shorts, two different types of shoes, and it's like the only thing that's even first world is the PlayStation 4 that they're playing Street Fighter 5 on, and it blows up. He's considered a hero, the whole 9 yards, blah, blah, blah. People go, we should talk more about people like this who's out there doing stuff like this for the scene. Okay. Literally, we do a Twitter campaign where we show that there are other people in Africa that are African doing X, Y, and Z, but it's not talked about. And that's just what it is. When it's a black person doing it, you have to be careful what you say and what you do, because if you don't, people will use it against you and say that you're trying to grandstand and all this other stuff. So I'm not going to play in that messiah role. I don't even want the messiah role. I'm not trying to save anybody. I'm trying to build options. People need to save themselves. Let me see something what he says here. Crimson says, I was just no, it was just a legit question. I know. That's why I was answering it. I remember you blew up a few streams back and said Africa's not ready. Africa isn't ready. Now, when another white YouTuber made a doc regarding gaming in Africa. What? You got to put some context to that. That's very vague. You saying that I said Africa isn't ready? I don't recall me ever saying Africa isn't ready for esports. No way. When another white YouTuber made a doc regarding gaming in Africa. You have to refresh my memory on that, Crimson. Who's the white YouTuber and what documentary they made regarding gaming in Africa? I don't recall that at all. Anyway, I'm gonna put in about 3:10. I gotta get up at 7 o'clock. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6, 7. That's 4 hours from now. That's crazy. My flight is what time?
Oh,
You cutting it pretty close, Force. You playing some dangerous games here, B. Dangerous. Okay, my flight is 10:30 a.m. So I have to be at the airport by 9. That means I can leave Billy's house by 8. That means I have to get up at 7. I have to get up by 7. I gotta leave out here by 8. Billy did go to sleep early, so I gotta get up at 7. 7:30 the latest. All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna do 15 more minutes, guys, and then I'm hitting the SIDAC, right? And then hmm, let's pig. Okay. Let's see how much time we put in. So wow, we've been streaming for 3 hours. I was supposed to only be on for an hour and a half or two. You guys are playing Pokemon in the room? Oh, the new poker rap. Oblivion says F my life. Oh my goodness. I hate when bugs are on my goddamn laptop. I'm forced to kill them because there's no other way. I got 5 comments already. JP, you are so stupid, JP. I swear to you, you're an idiot, B. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Look what JP replies to Chef Boyardee with. This man could get you anything. Might want to think about it. You see, this is why. All right, so look in the Discord and look in the YouTube chat. This is why we can't have nice things. So he says, please don't miss the flight and get stranded. I wouldn't get stranded. I'd be at Billy's house. I didn't buy the flight. Billy did. Um, a quite recent doc about two people making a doc on Africa gaming. Um, if it's a recent doc, man, I don't know what you're talking about because it can't be recent. I've been literally my um first look into Africa for esports came back in like 2009, and in 2000 what?
I think I was laughing to
Uh,
the tweet I posted.
all right.
Not
Triforce,
that.
now I really know why you are blacklisted. Thanks for all the explanations, which are mostly vague and denial. Oh, wow. Man, listen, they're not vague and they're not denial. I cannot make you understand. You want to believe what you want to believe, do your thing, man. Do you know why you forget stuff? Because it's too much lies and you can't keep up. With that, I conclude my questions. Appreciate your time. Mm, okay. Did you guys see the tweet that JP made?
Yep.
Stupid. My brother Natural, sorry I had to step off for the chat. Did you explain why Gutex was trying to get you blacklisted on the West Coast? I don't know if Gutex was trying to get me blacklisted. If he was, I didn't pay any attention to it to acknowledge it. So, and that's me being honest. If he was trying to blacklist me, then I would not know. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Hmm. Oblivion.
Oh,
This girl on TV looks so lost. The Carbonaro effect.
oh shit.
Okay.
What? Oh.
All right, guys. I gotta unbox this Switch, and I guess when I get home, I got a lot of work to do. So I feel a little bit better mentally, and just sitting down talking with you guys was good for the mental and spiritual whatever. Cause like yeah, so I left the room.
Yep.
Yep.
Hmm, Probably went
Been
to
a
go.
minute.
Probably went to go play League. In any event, guys.
No. He want to play the Dragalia content with Mega Man,
Oh.
which is
Oh.
what I'm playing right now.
Gotta stretch. Oh man. Been sitting for. Hold on, guys. I'm watching this show. All right, guys. Let me get going because I gotta get ready. I will when I reach into Jamaica tomorrow. I'll probably come in the Discord for about an hour or so. I said an hour and a half tonight. It ended up being 3 hours and 12 minutes, but whatever. I'll probably just come and just chill and relax with you guys for a little bit, and then we'll be back to business on Saturday. I have the ring fit, and the best part is now, whenever going to Rion's house, I don't have to bring my Switch with me. Um I can just bring my laptop because now Rion has a Switch. He'll probably have to bring his Elgato, but whatever. So we can probably use his Switch for certain things, and then my Switch stays there. So we have some stuff we're gonna work out on, but little by little, we'll see what happens tomorrow, boys. Good night, everybody.
Bye, Felicia.